think so.
Are you shape-shifting druid, I guess? Are you
Yeah.
trying to, like, that's your main thing?
Shape-shifting and
Well, they all have shape-shifting, I guess.
there's something else to it. It's like I am something about fire and shape-shifting to like things that have fire.
Wildfire druid.
I'm a druid of the wildfire.
Yeah. These guys 6.
Wheels and he gets there. Who got him there, Jim? They're going to go field goal here on 4th and 1. This Falcons starting to get even shorter than 4th and 1. I'm shocked, though, that if you were able to control the ball, it just ran away.
I got all that shit. Give all the D6 yeah, for your fireball.
Nice.
There's only one less guy than I had at level, what, 7?
I just texted him. He hadn't not responded yet.
We missed it? Sorry. Cowboys just missed football. Yeah.
Oh, I need to.
But with 2:42 to go, if you were able to convert, you got a first down. You got a chance to go ahead and maybe even run the game down until the last part of the game.
I hate to be a kicker for
I know, right? So that's 12, 14, another 12. I'm trying to think. What is the what's the druid spellcasting ability?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So that's what I need my my really high roll to be. I rolled my stats instead of the point buy this time, and I got one that's a 19.
Your physical stats don't matter if you shapeshift a lot.
Oh man.
Your physical stats get replaced.
Yeah, it won't let you do a 19. It won't let you go to 18. But I rolled a 19, damn
No,
it.
you can. Just so you can only put. You can get it more down the bottom. If you go.
Oh, I can override
You
it?
give yourself a bonus down the bottom and just give it. Let up.
Alright.
So you can only put it.
So I'm gonna
Scroll
put
down
my
to there. Like where are you putting it? Wisdom.
Wisdom,
So give other modifier
other
or
modifier.
override score, either one, and then
Alright, I'll do that.
when you go look at the character sheet, it'll say 19.
Do I need to dumb any of these down? I think I'm gonna just like give myself like crap strength.
One score should. I mean, not to be an 8, but I'd like one score to be nerfed to a 0, like a 10, or an 11, something like that.
I rolled these legit, so I'll just
Yeah.
do 10 and then have no bonus for that one.
Oh. Oh no. Go. Wait.
He is gone.
What were they just showing?
Why would they throw the ball right there though? He has an interception in each of his first 6 games as a rookie.
Their New England quarterback?
No, that defensive back for Dallas, Trayvon Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically a receiver playing defense.
He's at the right place at the right time.
every week.
Seven good week. Good week. That's all I'm saying.
He just missed him a little high, and you can't right there.
Nope.
Throw it in his chest, the ball's a little high and away.
Okay, so let's see. Items.
What's up to Dan so much? He had him on the screensaver when he got switched from the receiver to
The hardcore way of rolling stats, you get whatever 3 or 6 or whatever, and it's like, okay, here's my strength, alright, here's my dexterity, and you don't.
Oh, that's like super.
OG, right? That's
Yeah,
level-
that is like
first gen.
And then you're like, okay, well he'd make a good fighter or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Afterward, then you pick your class.
that's hardcore.
They're going for 2. Nope.
So what is the equivalent of +1? Is it uncommon or is it rare?
Rare.
Rare. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to get a staff, and
That was
it'll
uncommon +1.
+1 is uncommon.
Yeah, because +2 is right now.
Just look it up. You're in the equipment section. It'll tell you.
That's true. I can just do this weapon and then do unchecked common. Yep, he's right.
It's uncommon.
Yep, +1 is uncommon. Dang it, Logan. I was about to get a blue staff.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm just joking.
So yeah, like the straight plus your stats items, is that what you're looking at?
No, I'm just, instead of getting like a weapon, like I'm getting a staff, like a enchanted staff. But I was trying to see which staffs I would be available.
Oh, I know what I want. The amulet of health.
There you
It's,
go.
uncommon, I think. It gives you like 19 constitution.
When you look at the Broncos this
All right,
year,
Patrick.
getting off to that 3-0 start, everything
Protect you?
No, he said it gives you like 19 to health. I was like, all right, Patrick. He's got like
It's
the,
uncommon.
I know he has like the gauntlets. Dragon has like the gauntlets of like ogre strength, and he's like, I want the belt
Well,
of
yeah,
ogre.
I'm like, they don't stack. I don't care. I want both. Okay.
Yeah, he said dinner now, and then we got a dinner, and now we got a bath and bed.
Camera doesn't
He
go
can't
down
go to sleep
like-
unless Patrick is there, and he going to bed. So he's got to put Cameron to bed. So I would guess that he's going to be late.
Okay.
So
Let's go, and if we die, then
Let's go with 3.
all right,
There's a way we could do this.
we can handle it.
we just find him.
How about this? You don't.
Yeah. There's a way we could do this. We want to kill that. We can do this.
All right,
I can
Brady.
make that work. I need to make sure I can think.
What happened?
Wait a second. Now I got to see this. Did they just double intercept each other?
No, they just do a touchdown.
Oh, so it was the interception, touchdown, turnover.
Yeah, the out intercepted and get touchdown, and then like the first play that knew and everything, all that.
God damn, if I was that owner, I'd have a heart attack right now. Yeah.
We just got a few more millions. And that's the guy that had the interception put a touchdown. Oops.
Oh, you let him in the inside. That's
That-
Wow.
The quarterback just redeemed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might as well just drop that ball into that kid's pocket.
And number 7 unredeemed himself. Alright. Enough of this game. Enough of the better game.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I am not a hockey fan, and that was interesting.
hockey.
All right. Logan, is your phone turned off and thrown away into the moon?
No,
All right.
it's all off.
Okay.
Hey, baby, I can't talk right now.
Exactly. I'm surprised when you picked up the phone that it wasn't actually her on the line still, because I have found Logan doing random things with the line open to his girlfriend for hours a day.
She needs to hear his voice.
Yesterday we were on call for 5 hours.
It's comforting.
Yeah, you just like.
You got some good battery life there, man.
I do. I really do.
All right, this should be fun. We are
I don't
playing
like that.
Shadows on the Long Road.
How long has this been since you DM'd?
A very long. No. When was the last time? I DM for kids. For adults, it's been
Never?
decades. Since I was in the Navy. I ran a campaign for my brother-in-law Chuck, who had never played D&D before, and a bunch of teenagers who had never played D&D before, except for Logan.
And
Back in June, we did the starter set.
okay.
The Fandelver or whatever. Right now, when you're in
Yeah.
Finland.
Andover is fun.
Ice Spire Peak.
This is actually an adventure I've owned for a long time. I bought a pack on DM's Guild. There's a guy that writes adventures called MT Black. I don't know if you guys have ever downloaded any of his adventures.
I've seen some of his, yeah.
So I bought
the because it's like $15 and you get every adventure this guy ever wrote, and all of his adventures have high reviews. So this is a one shot called Shadows on the Long Road. I picked it because, well, you'll see. There's some similarities to Ravenloft that I thought were really cool. So, background. You guys are all caravan guards, and here's why. So, you were an adventuring group. You had some great successes. Killed a small white dragon, got a bunch of money, decided that you all wanted to work together. It was awesome. You went off into the north adventuring. You could not find any more mysteries to solve. You were running out of money. You only had about a month's worth of money left, and you were in a town called Tribor. You heard, oh man, people have been disappearing. There's this road called the Long Road that goes between Tribor and Longsaddle. It's a very long road, but there's nothing on it. Those are the two towns on that road. There's nothing in between, and people have been disappearing. Caravans that were supposed to show up haven't shown up. Traveling parties and families that were supposed to reach either side have just vanished. There's no talk of orc bands, there's no gnolls, there's no monsters of any kind. Everything seems fine. They're just gone. So normally you guys would be way too expensive to hire for caravan guards. But there was a very high-priced caravan that was heading from Tribor to Longsaddle, and they hired you. The pay is 200 gold for the round trip each, which again is very expensive for this caravan, but they did not want to risk it getting lost. And you made it to Longsaddle. You got there, you delivered, high fives all around. You loaded the wagons back up with just whatever you could, because you didn't want to travel back with empty wagons, so you just loaded the wagons back up with whatever you could get. Some grain, some firewood, some, loose cloth, whatever. But none of it's high value. All of it is stuff that it wouldn't pay for half of one of you guys to guard this stuff on the way back. But you're heading back to Tribor. You're on the wagons. You're trucking down the road. Again, now you know the valuable stuff isn't here. You're about 1 day out of Longsaddle. There's at least 5 days left before you would get to Tribor. And it's afternoon. And you're...
So it's like pulled by a horse, or
yeah, you got a team of horses on a decent sized wagon. The wagon's big enough to hold all of the stuff that was delivered and the stuff you're carrying back to Longsaddle. It's a team of 2 horses that are drawing it. It's a 2-axle wagon, so 4 wheels.
and we have like a driver.
No, one of you guys is. We're just storytelling that part, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. What did we transport to Longsaddle?
I didn't do enough research to know what it would be. Let's say it was ore.
Okay. All right.
Tribor is a trading post at a crossroads. Longsaddle is famous because of a mage family called the Harpels. If you've ever played any of the Forgotten Realms stuff. The Harpels are a very large and very insane wizarding family. They're good, they're nice, but if somebody's going to invent a potion to turn you into a giant, frog, it's them. A bunch of them actually ride frogs.
Okay.
So it was probably something that would be valuable to mages in Longsaddle.
Okay.
But again, that's been delivered. You guys are a day out of. Now you're babysitting barrels of Cheerios and, cheap cloth.
Why? The most
random.
Because you don't want to. I mean, we're already taking the wagon back anyway, so we might as well load it up full of stuff to sell and
Yeah.
long saddle.
So we got like trade.
No,
goods.
Tribor. Tribor is we're headed back.
Yep.
That was our origin.
Yeah.
And
Now,
we didn't see any like evidence of like what had happened to anyone else on the journey.
No.
Do we
You
know
passed
if
a-
anyone had made it to Long Saddle at all?
When you got to Long Saddle, you did hear that people had shown up, but you still heard the persistent rumors that people were going missing as well. Nobody could quite point to anything specific, like, oh, it was my cousin Jeff was supposed to be here yesterday and he didn't make it, but the rumors were still super active that people were disappearing on the road. But you saw other people on the road as you were traveling.
Okay.
And so, I guess if we're on the road traveling right now.
And I'm storytelling wise, sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'm storytelling wise saying that you all know each other, but I would like you to take this opportunity as you're
Okay.
going down the road singing Happy Trails to actually introduce each other to each other.
Oh, okay.
So, Kyle, do you want to start? Who are you?
I am Tassel. I'm of the Fire Genasi. And I practice the druid crafts. I'm a druid. Wonderful to meet you. We've
You've known each other,
a
but
long time.
out of character, you're all meeting each other for the first time now. I know it's a little on rails.
Sorry, my man.
What have they learned about you during your time together?
Um,
Strengths, weaknesses, cool stuff.
I am. Strength is not one of my strengths. However, I am very wise and charismatic. You've been known to woo the pants off of a problem with just a wink.
With the pants off of
Problem.
a problem and anything else?
Well, you know,
All right, so Tassel likes the ladies.
there may be a few half genasi out there.
I'm picturing, oh gosh, what's the guy? The ladies' man. From SNL. Ladies' man. Lolo.
Oh, I'm introducing myself. My name is.
My name
Just stick with that voice.
yeah.
Don't change.
is Sky.
My name is.
I don't think I can do that.
I'm going through puberty, but it's okay.
You all can call me Sky. I am also of the Fire Genasi race. I have a gift. Some people call me a sorcerer, a wizard, a mage, sage, or whatever you want to call me. But just know, I have the gift of magic within me.
You can reach into the weave of magic and pull out spells.
Yes.
Any cool things your friends should know about you that they've learned on your journeys together?
Over the journeys, you know I am very, very not interested in anything that doesn't concern innocence being at risk. So this job was only taken by me because I felt the need to go.
You're running low on the cash.
Yeah, the cash was very, very good, and I like my wine.
You like your wine. Yeah, got it. Okay. You like wine and being a hero.
Yes.
I hope to say you're a fair maiden.
And yes, you also know I am just a very nice person to be around.
Okay, so a nice hero who likes his wine.
What kind of sorcerer?
Just a sorcerer.
What's your subclass?
Oh, like, I only had one choice. It was like a draconic.
Oh, right.
That's
Yeah.
the only choice I had.
I was gonna say you should have made the campaign so we could have all the book. But we can
I have a ton of the books.
Could you share from the campaign?
Yeah,
Okay. So you got.
I think so.
You got a lot of content as well.
I only had
Yeah,
one
but you
choice,
have-
but it's the one I
Oh,
wanted,
wait.
so it was fine.
Let me look at it and make sure I do have share. I thought I did.
You wanted the. I know you wanted the. Oh, I'll let you introduce.
Oh,
it.
well,
enable
I was
content.
just gonna
I'm so sorry I did not enable content
I was
sharing.
gonna code it in.
Now it is.
Cool.
I apologize. Yeah, because I have tons. I don't quite have everything you do, but I think I might have some stuff you don't.
We just
I
got
have tons of stuff.
different stuff.
Yeah.
I
All right, Mr. Brady.
Yeah, my name's Bucky. I'm a Haragon, which is like the new rabbit dude race, and I'm just gonna have to code D&D Beyond to handle it, but because it's not even. I don't think it's even available. The new book came out last month.
Oh, is it the Fae?
Yeah, the
The
Fey book.
Feywild? I haven't
Yeah.
bought it, so I don't even own that yet.
No, it's cool. I can just handle
Oh,
it.
you'd have it in your campaign.
You bought the Witchlight book?
Wild
Yeah.
Beyond the Witchlight.
Fairy and the rabbits. But yeah, I can jump. But
My name is Kyle, and I have a.
yeah.
I bought the Strahd and the Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft because I'm hoping in the future to run that whole
Yeah.
set, but I didn't buy the Feywild because I wasn't planning on running that world.
I was not either. I just wanted the herring man.
So
So you're a giant rabbit?
Yeah, Rabbit Man. There's some cool images that I can. They look cooler than it sounds. Their image is ridiculous. But anyway, hey, remember the video, Logan? I showed you. The rabbit guy murdering all those. Yeah, the rabbit.
So you also enjoy procreation and mass. We have kindred spirits.
Yeah, I'm Bucky. I'm a fighter. You know, these guns can do some damage. You know, I almost punched a boulder, split it in half. Not a lie. Almost punched a dragon, tail popped off like a lizard. Yeah. And my dojo, you know, everyone knew I should be in charge, right? So I went to my master, you know, old geezer. He cheated. He beat me, kicked me out, but I'll be back. I'll be back.
Simply.
Is one of your personal traits Gotham?
No. I back up everything. I have to say. These thighs right here, pure muscle.
What is it? If it ain't bragging if you can do it.
How high are you able to jump?
Hey, I can jump
Straight.
over. I can jump over the mountains. See the mountains over there?
Yes.
I'll bet you 5 gold pieces to jump over the mountains.
I've only got 50, so.
So he's constantly just kind of rubbing his muscles, and he's
Is it massive ADHD?
yeah. If Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite was a
Got it, Uncle. Okay, I get him now.
That's
I see him.
Although Uncle Rico.
Napoleon Dynamite, which I think you've seen, but I don't think you would remember that character.
Yeah, he's a has been, like a chronic has been, but my guy, anyway, he performed a little
Okay.
better. Anyway, but yeah, he's a monk.
He's not very good at introducing himself.
So, anybody else have any questions for each other? You all feel like you have a good handle on Bucky, Sky, and Tassel.
Sky, sorry, he's who?
Sky.
Sky,
Tassel.
Tassel,
Yes.
Tassel, and
You can also call me Flame if you want. I know my name is very weird.
yeah, you can just call me.
He's from
Winner.
the more
Just call me
flamboyant side of our family.
Yes. The more I'm gonna say more like side.
Yes.
His side is more very peaceful. We like seeking out the fight.
In fact, I was a bit reserved when I was coming on this, and then my cousin talked me into it. They had a bit of fun every once in a while. Outside of the bourgeois.
All you did was sit in the house, just doing nothing.
Well, I was doing something. Hugging trees, probably, right? Well, that's what you want to call a tree, talk to it, kiss a little bit. Yes.
Little kiss, little cuddle.
What a Yes. It's no mystery. It's no mystery that we were the only ones to make it through, right? They saw me guarding this here wagon. No problem. No problem at all. You know what I mean?
So as you guys are having this conversation,
Okay.
out of nowhere,
Now we're gonna die.
a really cold burst of wind blows you. Like it rocks the wagon. It doesn't knock the wagon over. Nobody has to make a check or anything. But like, it's a beautiful kind of late summer day. It's very warm, and all of a sudden, just this, like, not quite freezing, but damn near freezing. Just gust of wind blows over you guys and rocks it. And then after that, the wind stays pretty steady. Like there is now this really kind of icy breeze blowing around you. The trees are like when they do when the wind's blowing, and the leaves are rattling and shaking.
I like that. Can you make a nature check? Is this natural? Like,
Can I use an Arcana check to see if it's magic?
Go for it.
Boom. First roll of the game. You don't want to swear. 17 plus 5?
Yes, you think that this is completely unnatural and very well could be magical.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. This is way weird, bro. It might be magic.
And in moments,
bring it on.
as the wind comes, it starts to feel damp and cold, and a mist rises, eventually topping the trees.
Okay,
And
it's still magic.
drop.
Just bam. Over.
Alright. I use.
Nothing happened.
Dang.
Oh no, your spell. What? That's like a third level spell. If you blowing those dispel magics.
I just need to know just in case. Something I could just.
And so now you are walking forward through a heavy fog. You can see each other if you're all sitting next to each other on top of the wagon. Like if you're all this far from each other, but that's about as far as you could see. Like I couldn't see Kyle's bike in the back of the back of the wagon is sort of you kind of know it's there. It's a darker line in the fog.
Can I like hop in the back of the wagon?
Sure.
Alright, so
I'm gonna
Because
light up my hands, produce flame, cantrip,
Same.
to try to sort of.
Yeah, y'all do your fairy stuff, do your magic, whatever. I don't need. I'm not weak.
So
like you.
I tried finding the wine, protecting the wine. It's like
There's
I
no
go
wine.
over to Bucky with my hands.
Cheerios
running,
and
I,
cheesecloth.
Go to pat him on his back.
It's like get your fairy magic. Hey, this fur, pristine. I'm a weapon. My body is a weapon. Okay, do not touch me.
You cold.
The wagon stops.
So the horses.
The horses have stopped, and you hear him kind of nervously going like.
can't we talk animals? Yeah. Well, see what's wrong with these horses. We didn't
I
tell
would
them
like to go up and try to kind of like calm the horses, like
Okay.
the reins, and
Are you gonna
I'm gonna animal.
jump off the wagon?
Are we on the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump down from the wagon and start walking towards the
You
front.
splash.
I splash into water.
Yeah, you're about ankle deep in cold, nasty water, like black mud, cold ass, muddy water.
I pull up my like druid cloak and I ew.
And it's like.
Seems to be some sort of water down here.
Roll a perception check. You notice something glaring just jump right out at you.
Okay,
Hello.
The road's gone,
the road is gone. Alright.
and the horses are about almost up to their fetlocks, almost up to the first joint in their leg. That's why they stopped.
what?
Oh.
Fetlocks.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
That's interesting, actually.
So,
And so they're sitting there and they're sort of like moving their feet and then they're and there's nothing really for them to follow anymore. They're good cart horses, so they would sort of follow the road. But there ain't no more road.
I'm gonna climb back up on the cart because I didn't expect it to be water down here.
Yeah, that's
it
fire.
doesn't, it doesn't suit me.
Do not like the water.
It doesn't help me.
So just to bring you back up to speed.
Sorry.
Well, do you want to tell them? No, you're going to tell everybody?
It's disgusting down there. There's water everywhere.
What's it like?
And
Fresh water?
And it's very cold. And it's up to the ankle bone on the horses. The fetlock. You know the fetlock. You're a rabbit. You probably have a fetlock.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care. Just
Alright.
Well, just
there's no road.
use your fairy magic. Why don't you just find out what's going on? All right,
There's,
and then let me know, and then I'll take care of it. All right.
there's also no road. It seems we're in some sort of swamp.
I gotta do everything myself. You lost the road. Okay. All right. I'll come down. All right. I thought maybe between the two of you can handle this. But,
You really is cocky.
all right. I'll come down, and I'm gonna like look. I'm gonna like sift through the water, see if I can't find. I guess where the road has disappeared to.
It's like,
Could you
find
put down a
the road.
jacket or something down there? Maybe a carpet.
Okay, y'all are like super cold because your fire genasi.
yeah, and water help.
I got fur. Alright, I'm like a winter rabbit. Alright, I'm like a Arctic rabbit, Arctic hare. Even.
Yes.
Hair.
Wonderful.
What's the difference between a hair and a rabbit?
I don't know.
I think hares are like.
I think it's the ears and the toes.
I don't know.
I think that's it.
Are you asking my character or are you asking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's stay in the game.
Can I like if I like part the water? Can I see what does the ground like feel
It
like?
is goopy, nasty, ooky mud. That like it's got a greenish kind of a tinge to it. If you really bring it up, it smells like crap, and it's now covering your arms. It's like
Alright, so I'm gonna take my staff of Python and whisper the command word, and then it'll become a python. And I'm gonna let it go down into this swampy water and start doing some investigation because it can probably move a little bit easier through the.
talk to me about that. What does it do? Does it talk back to you?
So
Do you
I
have
can
like a mental link to it?
Yeah, and so let's see. Staff becomes a giant restrictor snake under your control. Act on its own. Oh wait, that's initiative. That was done. I can command the snake within 60 feet, if not incapacitated.
Verbally, does it talk back to you? Like, can you hear?
I can issue a general command such as to attack enemies or guard a location.
I don't think it was like. I think it's used for like battle mostly.
Okay. Go ahead and everybody roll me a perception check. Kyle, you can roll with advantage since you have a snake buddy. Snake buddy. Snake buddy. Snake buddy and me.
3 and a 4, 7.
7. Nope, you don't see anything. You don't hear anything.
Actually, no. 8.
I got a 1.
Yowzer.
Wow, 13.
13. You hear splashing as though multiple somethings are coming towards you.
I say in a little voice. Someone or some things are here, and it's more than one. Feel
Okay.
it.
And with that, go ahead and roll initiative.
Sweet.
And Logan, I'm going to let you go first automatically.
I also just got an natural 20, so.
Perfect.
I rolled an 8.
You know what? I don't want you to burn that if you roll a natural 20. Keep that 20, set it aside. On the 20,
I like that dice, so I'm going to use some of that dice. To have
you can use that at some other point. It won't count it as a natural 20, but it will count as an auto success.
17.
It wasn't all that died.
All right, so who's got what for initiative? Brady,
17.
17. Well, let me see. I'm going to put Logan first at 20.
Let's do that.
17,
10.
10, and we're not playing. So I'll put 0. Start. I've never done this before, so it is Logan's turn. What the splashes you hear, all of a sudden within your view, like as close as Kyle is to you, as soon as you make eye contact with it, you see a shambling, flesh rotting, and as soon as it sees you, it's and it jumps at you. It's a ghoul.
Oh, oh my God, bro! Ghoul, get away from me! Ah! Alright, so. Whoa, this is different. Produce flame and control flame are different. Cool. Alright, so. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna create a bonfire on top of it.
Okay, talk to me about that. What does it do?
Basically, you can create a bonfire on the ground, see within range, spell ends. Magic bonfire fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space, when you cast the spell, must succeed a dexterity saving throw, or take 1 die damage. Take a saving throw. A creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into the fire space for the first time on its turn or ends their turn there.
Okay, so it is already in the space. It's within 5 feet of you.
No, it's like I can put it somewhere else.
Yeah, so you're just going to create a bonfire in some other random space when there's a ghoul right next to you?
Oh, so it's like right on top of me?
Yeah, like I said, it's as far as Kyle is from you.
Can we?
That's about as far as you can see in this fog.
Alright, then I'll use shocking grasp.
Okay?
The range is touch. Okay. 17 plus 6.
Yes. Roll damage.
2d8. 5.
Okay. Are you going to stay in combat with that ghoul?
Well, if
Or are you going to move?
Can I move 5 feet back?
You can move 5 feet back.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So like at the end of the cart now.
Okay.
Like where the horses are.
And we're just going to theater of mind this real fast because it's really foggy and dark and it's kind of a mess.
And can I yell as I step back? There are ghouls.
Yes.
Alright. So now that you guys know that
Everyone hears there's ghouls.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, and it is the ghoul's turn in front of Logan.
Go away. I don't want you to be here. Be
He
gone. Oh, I didn't see.
is going to try to bite you.
Weave.
5?
Weave.
Yeah, he completely misses you.
Can't
My-
touch this.
Yes,
Another ghoul comes out of the fog
Oh, no.
at you.
At me again.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna die. This was fun.
He's really trying to kill me off for a season.
I know it's like
This was a fun game.
9.
Weave.
Yeah, so those 2 ghouls miss. I'm going to give this guy, let me see here. Where's this? And this.
What are you doing? Is it-
This next ghoul, you hear a ghoul. You all hear this. But based off of how you told me you were standing, you don't see this.
Okay.
But you hear a ghoul just roar like, and then you hear this awful, awful noise, like flesh tearing noise, and you hear a horse scream. And the whole cart like jerks forward. So who is still on the cart?
I'm not. No, we're all in the water.
You're all in the water because you were fighting a ghoul right there on the ground.
I was on
Cart
the cart.
because
You
I
had gotten
was
back
grossed
on the
out by
cart.
the water.
So roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, you got the.
That's gonna be a 9.
Okay, you failed, which is actually not that bad. So
Can I
the
catch-
cart
can I
completely
catch him?
jerks out from under you, and you fly off the side, and you splat right in the mud, right in the stinky, nasty, gross
That'd be like
mud.
the worst thing for him to do. Because he hates that.
Like that noise exactly. Like you're just, a perfect little tassel-shaped mud angel.
Someone please help me.
And your initiative goes to 0. You still get a turn, but you go last.
Alright. My initiative wasn't great.
And the next ghoul he comes after you, Mr. Brady, who I forget his character, I forget. Bucky. Mr. Bucky.
You ever seen Bucky over here?
They're all biting. 18.
It hits.
All right, so this ghoul came from behind you. You're hearing all this stuff. This horse is like, ah! And the cart goes, and you hear him splat into the mud, so it's chaos. And you're turning around, and you got your dukes up, and just from behind you, you're just grabbed, and you're pulled into a ghoul that just chomps you on the shoulder. And you take
What happened to your Christine?
9 points of damage.
Hey, I was distracted by him falling out of the cart.
And it is your turn.
Alright, payback time. I'm gonna whack this ghoul that whacked me. And so I'll do 17, 24, and a 10. I guess a 10 misses.
10 misses. Anything above 12 will hit.
And I'll do flurry of blows. Does 16. So 3 hits. 4, 12 plus 12, 24 damage. So like this thing bites me from behind, and I'm just gonna like elbow in the face, and then
Yeah, tell me how this goes down. So you kill him.
spin
You
around.
absolutely
It's
kill him.
dead.
Yeah. So he's on your shoulder, like just absolutely took a chunk out of you.
All right, I'm gonna just elbow it and get it off of me, like in the face, and then spin around and you dare touch me? Come on, and then finish it off with a jump kick, like these. I got these big rabbit legs, right? It just like wham and just knocks this thing's head goes sailing off.
It just goes pop, like you guys hear just like a total cartoon noise. And the ghoul's head, and the ghoul just back into the mud and sort of sinks into the mud.
Yeah, send that ghoul's head a quarter mile. That's how far I get that ghoul.
But I heard it splash, so.
All right, and it is 10. Kyle, right? Yeah.
I thought my initiative went to 0.
You were last anyway.
Okay, so it didn't change anything. Wonderful.
The mud angel didn't cause you too much. You're pretty gross now, though.
Well, I can't disagree. Well, I'm going to use half my movement to stand up, as I am currently on my arse. And then I would like to summon a wildfire spirit. And I would like to place him at the back of the ghoul. Am I able to see Sky? Am I within
Yes.
Okay, visible range. Okay, so I want to summon the wildfire spirit at the back of the creature that is assailing Sky.
Just for storytelling purposes, you two got off on the same side of the cart.
Okay.
You know that ghouls have attacked the horses, and the cart has run off with the horses.
Gotcha.
And you think you heard him in a fight,
Yes.
but nobody saw his cool move.
Gotcha. So
I heard a distant splash of the head hitting the ground.
actually, I'm summoning wildfire spirit as my bonus action. So
Okay.
I can do that, and the wildfire spirit shares my initiative. However, on the first turn, I can only use the wildfire spirit can only use the dodge action, so I can't do anything with him. And then, as my action, I am going to wild shape into the form of let's see, what's something that I can shape into that can fly. And can
So
see
right
in the
now, you
dark.
just see one ghoul. So just to tell you, let me set the stage. So as you are sitting here, you know at least one ghoul latched onto a horse and ran off.
Right.
And it sounds like 2 ghouls latched onto horses and ran off. You can see barely through the fog, kind of a hazy vision of your buddy Sky,
Right.
and kind of a hazy vision of a guy he's fighting, of a ghoul he's fighting.
Yeah.
And that's all you know right now. So there's a enemy that you know about,
Okay.
and some crazy ass noises.
So the one that bit the horse bit me, basically.
No, that was it. There were 4 ghouls. One fought Logan, 2 went after an easy meal with the horses, and 1 went after you.
So
And he fell off the cart.
here's my goal: stand up, summon a wildfire spirit to aid their battle,
Mm-hmm.
and then action to beast shape or wild shape into a creature that can fly, and then go after the direction of the cart took off in.
Okay.
So
You should totally
I should
just
still
do
have half of my movement, and the shape that I choose is going to be a crow, because I think. Hang on, let me see what can see in this condition. Or actually,
It's white out.
can I shout? Or do it an owl?
Sure.
It's
I mean, you
owl-
tell me what a druid could do, man. I'll believe you.
I can wild shape into any animal, any. So let's see. That you have seen before. Max challenge rating of 1/2. Not sure what that
Yeah, so you've seen
Be
it.
any common animal. So that half would be an owl would be fine.
is. Okay.
So like
now,
you can't do a dragon, basically.
Well, you can't do like you can't do like
To
a
a
sea
dragon.
like a sea snake if you've never seen that'd
Yeah.
be like an exotic unless you're like a sea elf druid or something.
Right.
There's fireworks.
So yeah, I'm gonna wild shape into a owl
Okay.
and begin flying after the cart in the direction
Okay.
of the cart.
Roll me an advantaged perception check as you start to fly.
Perception. I need to look up the stats for an owl.
I got
Natural 13 with advantage.
You think you know the direction that they went.
Okay.
You even with the owl's vision, it's just fog. You're in a cloud.
Okay.
But owls can hear really good, and so you think, based off the noises, you know the direction that they went. But even as you just went flap flap, other than noises, do either of you guys have lights or anything?
no. Well, he
I do. I have.
I'm glowing.
Actually, I can use my produce flame ability in the while I am wild shape, so I can still.
But that was your action, and you've already done the bonus action.
Yeah. So it would have worn off like when I first did it earlier in the cart, right?
So you can't see your people anymore. You could probably hear them with your owl vision.
yeah you have advantage on all perception.
What is your fire buddy doing?
Okay, so he is
Yeah, you do.
currently engaging with the ghoul that is attacking
Sky.
Sky.
Okie dokie.
So he cannot attack on this turn. He can attack on the next turn.
Okay.
How about your
All right.
python?
Then it is the.
What's your python doing?
I forgot the python is still in the
You
water.
got a zoo. And it's only your first turn.
Yeah.
We bought a zoo.
Do I need to roll initiative for the python? I think he shares.
And yeah, he probably just goes when you.
If he's got an action, you can take it.
All right, I'm gonna bite the ghoul.
Okay.
All right, I need to look up the python stats also. Fun being a druid.
I know, George had a lot of things.
Yeah, you gotta have all these stat sheets for all your different forms and whatnot.
Like, one of my friends, Haley, she used to be, that's all she ever played, and she would only...
Just to keep it rolling, Logan.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's your turn again.
Hit.
Alright, you know what? Let's see, this time.
Found it.
Let's say 21 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and then let's see, what's that? 2d6 plus 4. Holy crap!
It's a badass snake.
12. Holy.
You bit the
Actually,
crap
no,
out of
12
that snake.
plus 4. That's math. 16.
Okay, never mind, Logan. It's not your turn. How do you want this to happen? So the snake just wham onto the ghoul, and it's a python, right?
It's a
So it like
giant constrictor snake. So he like
whips
wraps
its
around his
body
leg.
around. What happens next?
Yeah, he goes around. One leg gets up to about the hip, and then he comes out from the front side of the ghoul, and then just right onto his face, and crushes his skull
Okay.
with his giant.
So the constrictor, everyone hears a
Yeah.
sound as the ghoul just sort of squishes out between rolls of python, almost like Play-Doh.
Yeah.
So, how many ghouls are left?
In front of you right now, you
No,
cannot hear
that I
any
know
ghouls.
of.
In the distance, you hear horribly screaming horses and ghoul growling and yelling,
And how far
and it's getting further away.
How far I am?
Right now, it's as fast as a horse could run since you guys have started fighting. So we'll call it one round of a horse running. A horse, I think, is like a 40 or a 50 movement at a run, maybe even a 60 at a full gallop. So it's far away and getting farther.
Alright, can I use a full dash to get to it?
No. A horse can gallop faster than you can full dash.
My full dash is 60 feet.
You would not close the distance. You could probably keep up with him, depending on if you wanted to keep chasing after him, but you'd never catch him.
Go get him, cousin.
Well, no, you wouldn't catch him soon. You have no idea if they would stop, or if the ghouls would eventually start eating them, or if the harnesses would tangle, or you don't know. But again, remember, you guys are in fog. You can barely make out that you're near each other right now. Well, you don't know what happened to him.
I flew off.
He just sort of vanished.
But I left you with two very capable beasts. Or,
And now there's a fire demon. Luckily, you're a Genasi, so you would know
And we
that
know
he's got a
his
fire
combat
shape.
tactics.
Yeah, that's right. You guys know each other.
this is my cousin too, so he's.
Oh, and you would have done the whole "I'm turning into an owl" thing before.
Ah, you little
So
fire fairy.
the fire fairy and the owl
Yeah.
thing again. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I said I'm going to figure out what the card is doing, but I really just want it out of the water. That's
Okay.
What,
So I will let you story tell at this point, Logan. It is your turn. So you're flying.
It's like, oh yeah, it's
There are no ghouls in front of you.
Usual fairy fire owl move. It's the usual.
Yeah.
It's the usual, disgusting blood. Ew, I'm gonna get in the air now. Move. I wanna find him and say, the card's gone, let's go after it.
Oh, you had one job, alright? Protect the card. Alright.
Hey, that was your job too. You both failed.
Hey, I was handling this guy. You see this? I'm like, hold up his like body with my head. You see this? Okay.
I see.
This is what I do.
I pat your shoulder and say, very good job.
You
Let's
watch
go
the
get
car, and I kill stuff. All right.
Okay.
And one of us did our jobs. Okay. And I'm gonna drop the body back into the mud.
Can we get the card, please?
Okay. Can I catch the cart with my
If you just
mega
don't-
speed? Do you want me to try? I guess let me ask out of character. Do you want me to go? Am I supposed to go after the cart?
You guys can do whatever you want.
Okay.
That's what we're getting paid for.
All right. I'm gonna
At
go.
this point, it is your choice. I think I've got like the on rails portion of this adventure.
I have a flat speed of
There are certain things you would do that I would steer you back, but those are
Okay.
pretty far away.
I know one shots are challenging to get, so I just didn't want to like chase this cart if it's supposed to.
Like
be
you said,
gone.
they said that this is supposed to be a 4 to 6 hour adventure, depending on how to play. So with the best will in the world, this is a 2-shot, if not more.
Cool.
Okay.
I will continue chasing the cart. Am I able to catch it in these conditions?
Yeah, you're flying. Now you would have to roll every round. I would want you to roll an advantaged perception check,
Okay.
beating a 10, just to basically make sure that you don't get an owl headache and go the wrong direction.
All right. I'll. That's a 16 plus 3, 19.
Okay, so you after one round, you would be able to be kind of flying and keeping up with and flying right over,
Alright.
and you're hearing again awful flesh tearing, horse screaming.
Can I see the ghouls yet? Like what's causing these?
In order to see anything in this fog, you would have to be as close as we are. In D&D world, you'd have to be in adjacent spaces to them. You'd have to be damn near landing on their head.
So I'm gonna like fly in range of the horses, where the horses are, just kind of like right above them, so like 5 feet adjacent to them.
Mhm.
If that makes sense, just to be able to see what's happening. Because there are 6 horses, or how many horses were there?
4 horses.
4 horses. So I want to be able to see if all of the horses are being molested or whatever by these ghouls, or if this is just like one horse that's like causing the ruckus. And yeah,
I'm sorry, there were 2 horses,
so 2
and
horses.
both horses, as you get down near them, both horses have a ghoul that are essentially attached onto them and chewing on them alive.
Gotcha. I will.
And the horses are like the full white eye roll, foam at the mouth, just absolutely tearing it up. The cart is bouncing and splashing through the mud, and
Sweet. So with that, if I am on the cart, say I land on the cart, would I be able to still perceive the ghouls?
yes,
Okay.
you'd be able to see from the front of the cart. You'd be able to see just like where you were looking down at the team.
So I want to land on the cart
Mhm.
and drop my wild shape back into my normal form.
Yep.
And then I would like to use a second level scorching ray. Actually, no, sorry. I take that back. I'm going to. Oh man, I don't have any really attack spells. That's first level. Okay, so yeah, I
Yeah,
get
that's
second level scorching ray. And we'll do that.
You
Okay,
would,
roll me a dexterity saving. What do you have? Athletics or acrobatics is better?
Which one is better?
Yeah.
Acrobatics, but it's not really good.
Whichever one's better.
Alright.
You got that +2 versus +0.
What is better? 13.
Okay, so it's rocking and rolling, man. But you're able to like kind of put your butt down in the seat, and you're on it. Whoa! Screaming horses. You could do it.
Nice. Alright, sweet.
So,
Cool. That doesn't do what I thought it did. Never mind. Yeah, back to my plan. I'm gonna just grab onto the reins to try to kind of stable myself, and then with my opposite hand, I'm gonna cast a scorching ray at second level at the ghoul on the right. And so,
Okay, tell me what it does.
so,
What's the damage on Scorching Ray?
so it's an attack.
Okay.
It could be. Oh, jeez. 10.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, cool. Cool. So that's nice.
Now do we see the cart? Like we see like this flare up in the phone?
What did you guys do? Did you decide to run?
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay.
I'm fast.
So both of you roll me a perception. You can still hear. Tell me if you get above a 10.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you see in addition to hearing the screaming and the snarling and the biting, you see a ray of some like reddish flaming magic kind of goes out in front, way out, probably 60, 70 feet in front of you.
Okay. Well, I can move like 95 feet in one turn if I jump.
Go for it. Yes.
95 feet?
Well, like you can move twice, right? If you use your action.
Oh, you're dashing. Gotcha.
Yeah. So if I
Still-
dash, I do 40 with each, and then I can jump.
Lands on Cheerios.
I can jump.
I've got to put you in a bit
Yeah, I'll put some camo.
Okay, let's pause.
real quick. Sorry.
You're right. This is going to be a 7 shot.
Yeah, I need to roll up to be like, what the
I know.
Am I doing all right? It's been a while.
Yeah. I like the
Are
atmosphere.
you in the zone?
I'm in the zone. I'm like, that's why I want to get this handled so I can come back and be like,
I have no idea what's going on. That's for sure. It's like, are we like in a different?
yeah.
Did we get transported or something?
Yeah. Hey.
fine. You tell me what you want, man. I'm good either way.
I'm gonna put on a hoodie and I'll be alright. But I know you're like.
I like it cold. I run hot.
Cool. So this is like right up your alley. And the lights kind of add a little bit of heat too, but not a lot because they're LEDs. When I was in school, we did like in studio with like the Fresnel lights. If you were in there, it was like summertime, no air on. You talking about hot, man?
Where'd you go to school?
Full Sail, and so like one of the like
Where's
summer
that?
programs. It's in Orlando, in Winter Garden. So most of my like classes were online, but I did get to go and like do a summer program down there, and it was like 2 weeks or so. But we did like some. It was an actual show, but it wasn't anything like popular. But it was shot like at the school, and so we got to like be sort of like first and second AC and like kind of grips and little crap like that.
Oh, cool.
But it was like hands-on experience, and you get to do it like all throughout the day, just to get like the feel for like what it feels like to be on set and shooting all day. So it was cool, but it was like when you start shooting and then you spend like a couple hours in that environment, like they shut off all the like air ducts and everything, so you don't have that like environmental noise. And with those like big heavy like daytime lights, it gets like hot. Like if you are an actor or like talent is having to constantly be like powdered and makeup because they would be dripping sweat.
I couldn't be talented. I sweat like a freaking pig.
It's one of those like weird things where it's like you would think, oh, they've got this like figured out, but the bigger like studios, like they'll have like a much larger space that's more open air, so they can cool it without like messing with the audio. Like they won't throw off the audio. But I wasn't gonna distract, but we did lose this.
So that one's off.
It's
Did anyone actually ever connect?
yeah.
Really?
We always get like 1 or 2 people, and so it's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the the next session for our kind of like primary campaign set up in Foundry so that they can be flexible. Like we can either play it online, I can set up like have the server, or I can just get the digital map out and play like that.
Cool.
Might get another chair for Patrick when he if he comes back. Hope he comes
I
back.
forgot to play the ambient swamp noise.
Using like YouTube or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm not 100% sure about? Whether or not the Twitch viewers can hear us on the break viewer. I need to figure that out.
Is there a place you could plug me in?
Yeah, so if you look right under to your. Yeah, I got you. You drop it, I'll plug it in for you.
Drop it where?
Just kind of right at your feet.
Thank you, sir. I bought this laptop, and it was a great deal.
Yeah.
It had all the specs I wanted in terms of like a hard drive and the processor, and
Yeah.
it was an NVMe drive, and it was all the stuff I wanted. But either the power brick or the power port, I'm pretty sure it's the power port, broke on it about a month ago.
Oh, right.
But it's got a USB-C port.
For charging?
Well, it didn't online. Everyone's like, we don't know. Dell doesn't know. Dell just buys these things from different, OEMs, and Dell doesn't know. And some of Dell's official stuff says no, it won't charge via USB-C.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of people online saying, try it. Mine said it didn't charge via USB-C, and it does charge you via USB-C.
Yeah.
And I plugged the USB-C in, charges great. Charges faster than if it's on the charger.
That's perfect.
Little things, like this rubber bumper came out. It's a nice laptop, but it's still a Dell.
Yeah.
But I wanted a Ryzen with an NVMe drive for as cheap as I can get.
Yeah.
So you're basically paying for the highest performance you can get for the lowest price.
That's essentially what I did with that computer. Like all of the surrounding components are sort of like low end, like they're manageable. There's 32 gigs of RAM, but it's like Vulkan, like some BS memory, but it works great. Like the gaming on it is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Start playing more Fortnite. Where's Johnny?
This was just a little warm-up fight.
Yeah. I'm ready to really get into it. I'm pretty sure once I actually get hit, I'm gonna just be like, I'm out. But yours are kind of cool though. Like looking at all the stuff that I can do, like you can actually stack a lot of this stuff.
It sounds like Bards, where it's like,
Yeah.
I can do everything
I am magic.
except take a hit.
Yeah. I got a glass job, but
Oh no, Cameron left his little fire truck. Groceries and clothes.
And some boots.
Hey,
Hello.
Welcome to the nerdery.
Yes, that light was. I thought I was at the airport.
Huh?
No, candy camera.
Yeah.
We're breaking for bedtimes and girlfriend techniques.
I see. Yeah.
Nice.
Much cheaper than that one pair of shoes I would make it.
Found a pair cheaper.
Oh, well, some boots, a jacket, some
Nope, there's Mr. Brady. Logan.
Yeah, there are Alicia's. I didn't want to wake up the baby, so I just got what I could. Yeah, one shot plus small children.
Mm-hmm. 4 shot.
Yep.
You want to close the door? I'm fine. I run hot. I'm happy to close the door. Okay.
That's right.
You good? Not in trouble with your girlfriend or anything?
Is she on right now?
You could give her the Twitch link so she can watch your live stream.
Are we streaming?
Yeah,
right
we're
now?
streaming. We've been streaming the whole time.
Actually, can you text me the link?
I don't have it. Kyle has it. No, I have it somewhere. Did I bookmark it? I did not bookmark it, but it's going to be somewhere in our Discord. I forgot to play my ambient swamp noises.
Oh, please don't.
Damn.
What are we called? Swamp donkey.
Turn on the computer. Work for me. May I have a hot chocolate then?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are we on Twitch, Swamp Donkey? Is that our Twitch channel?
Swamp donkeys.
What is with y'all accepting names? Swamp Donkey, Crazy Chicken.
Swamp donkey is a name that me and my buddies used like back in college. So I named my Discord server that. We played in a Halo tournament in college.
Oh, I played a Halo tournament with my friends and my brother, and I won.
Yeah, well we beat our buddies, so we're like, we're awesome. And then we went to play to college and whooped.
Yeah, it's always easier to beat people when they're young. And then they lose and they get serious about it, and then they learn how to play good, and then they whip your ass. It's like, oh, hold up. You were supposed to learn how to play that.
It's like Mario Kart. Well, I can still beat you guys at Mario Kart.
No,
Super
you
Smash.
can't. No,
Yes,
you
I can.
can't. No, you can't.
Bet?
Tonight, let's go.
No, not tonight, dude. We're coming home at midnight. But
That's fine.
tomorrow it's
That's
on.
fine. That's fine. Nah, tonight. Let's go.
Some of us, it's a school night. And
We
you've
both
got to
have
go.
school tomorrow.
No, I got work tomorrow. I can go into work tired. You don't want to go into school tired. You'll get in trouble.
I go to school
Then you'll get in double
tomorrow.
tired. Double trouble. Alright, I'm sending you the link, Lo.
Alright. Email or like.
Kyle, we're ready. Oh, he's making hot chocolate.
Making hot chocolate for me.
Hot chalky.
Yes.
You guys want to hear one of the ambient sounds I'm going to play later?
No.
You don't want to hear it, Logan?
Spoiler alert.
I don't want to spoil. Surprise me. It's gonna be like a wolf howling in the background, but oh.
We gotta figure out how this fits into our main campaign. Are we in Dracula's castle?
But wait, what about this one, Logan?
What the heck?
Yeah, I was thinking we should do like a something spooky
It's spooky
this
season.
month.
Attacky. Are the cameras on? Because Piper says she can't see me.
No,
No, I
it's
think
like,
he hit pause.
it's like we'll be right back.
Alright.
thing.
Everybody look pretty. Logan's girlfriend's gonna be watching.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Can you look my phone? Please. Thank you.
I'm good.
I'm
Yep.
good. I'm good. Thank you.
Alright, so other than that, I'm ready to go. It'll be water boiling, so
All right, if the stream started again, Logan's girl's watching.
alright, we're back on.
So when last we left our intrepid adventurers, you had just run after the horses, and I had made a check. And you were running after the horses too, Logan?
Yeah.
Okay, put your phone down. It's very meta. She's going to be looking at you, and you're not going to be able to respond.
Yeah.
So, you're chasing after the horses.
Yeah.
You can jump just ahead of the horses. What are you trying to do?
I wanna. So at 80 feet is the end of my like running, and then can I see the whatever's attacking the horses?
Yeah, so I will say that
assume
you jump
something-
just in front of them, and so like you can kind of get to the point where you're like right, kind of slightly in front, but just to the side of the team, and you definitely see that there's a ghoul on one, and you can kind of hear that there's a ghoul on the other one, and they just sort of like clawed in and are like literally like chewing.
Gosh. Vicious. I wanna like jump with my rabbit hop ability. It's a bonus action. I can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times my proficiency bonus. And I wanna like go up and then like I wanna come down on one of these ghouls. Just like superhero like
Rabbit. Yes.
yeah, you know like when Killo's dad smashes that cheetah dude and bounces him off the
So I'll let you do this one of two ways. You can either roll me an athletics check and then an attack to do what you just said, or I will let you roll just an attack at a disadvantage. Either way, you could do what you just said.
Okay, I'll do that athletics check.
Or acrobatics, whichever you have that's better. I consider them interchangeable.
I got a 2.
Ah,
So I got a 9 total.
Alright, you sprained your
roll a dexterity saving throw. So luckily, you jump, and as you come down, you actually land on one of the horses, but you're just covered in this hooky mud. And your rabbit feet just like hit the horse and then like slip, and you fall in between the team. And for a second, there's nothing but flashing hooves and leather harnesses and wheels of the cart, and it just all barrels over you and doesn't hit you. But you're kind of sitting on the ground, and everything just went blah right over you.
I'm checking to make sure no one saw that. You know?
I'm pretty sure he probably saw all of it.
I saw everything.
You get to see this
Yeah, you saw a giant rabbit like, wow!
As I finished my poorly aimed scorching ray, I'm
Yeah.
just like,
He probably shot me in the butt as I came down.
what was that?
Logan, what are you doing?
I'm still trying.
So what's your movement?
30.
Which means you couldn't, I mean, you could chase after these guys and hope that they slow down at some point. This next round, let me see here.
I'm
So,
trying to see if I could. Like, I want to. Cause I almost
Finally.
put fly on here, right?
so
But I didn't. I should have. I can like put fly. And I just flew.
do you have fly? No. Okay, so you're just running after them? Okay. So you keep hearing them. They're getting further in the distance, but you feel like you're kind of keeping up, kind of not. Kyle, what are you doing? You're still on the cart. You thought you just ran over a goddamn rabbit, and
Something jumped out the road and I didn't know what it was. Thank God we missed it. Or it missed us. So I'm gonna take my just my right hand. I'm not gonna use my left while I'm holding the reins with, and I'm gonna reactivate my burning hands, and I'm gonna reach out and just I'm gonna gently like hold the side of the face of the ghoul.
Oh, you mean produce flames?
So he'll have to make
produce
the,
flames.
Or burning hands?
Burning hands.
Hands is a cone.
Burning hand. Burning hand spreads out from you, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
I meant produce flame. I'm sorry.
Got it.
yeah, like, because produce flames itself is attached.
Yeah. So I'm gonna produce flame and then I'm gonna touch it.
Roll me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you want, because you're still on a bouncing cart and you're having to lean forward from the chair to do this.
Acrobatics, that is a 14.
You succeed. So you're like, it's still bouncing around. You've leaned forward over the chair and you're trying to put your hand on the ghoul. So roll to attack.
Alright.
Oh, what the
25.
What happened to you?
25. Okay, you got him. What happens?
Oh, with the new dice up there. Like I got it like I killed it, or I got it like I get to
You got it. You got him for sure. Matter of fact, let's give you double damage for such a high,
Alright, nice.
difficult roll.
So that's let's roll die. 88. 7. Yeah. 7 points.
7 points of damage.
Fire damage, so
All right, so 7 points of fire damage, and he will. He stays on the horse,
okay.
but he screams.
Let's see.
I'm just over here being useless. Running.
And then I'm going to have my I'm gonna have my wildfire spirit to that's not really so he's
It's back
keeping up.
at the original. Okay, so he can keep up.
So he's running with he's running with Sky, right? He has the same speed. He actually flies. Okay, so he's running with Zeph, and to increase their movement per turn, I'm going to instruct him to teleport. He can use fire teleportation.
Okay.
Teleport 15 feet. No, that's not. That doesn't work. Because to dash, I would have to use an action. Never mind. That doesn't work.
You can say that he's keeping up with you, or you can tell him to disappear and you can re-summon him, right?
Can't. I'm gonna have him run with Sky.
Okay.
So he's keeping up with the foot speed. He's actually not running. He's like levitating just above the muck.
I'm
And
just
it's
like,
like,
oh, you better run. Come on, let's go.
and he's like, his legs aren't moving. He's just like
Floating.
floating.
I was like, what's that working, man?
Mr. Bucky?
I'm gonna, if I make sure no one's watching, saw me. Hopefully no one saw me fall, eat it, and I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna just run up and just try to whack it off the horse.
Okay. Roll a attack. Roll a grapple. You try to pull it off of the horse?
Well, I'm just gonna attack.
You're just going to hit it while it's on the horse. Okay.
So, like, do my full attack, or do I
Yes.
just get like one?
Whatever you want to do.
Actually,
If you've got the movement and jump speed to kind of get next to it, I will say that you can do a full attack.
If they had 12 AC, that's 12 damage.
Okay, so the same one that Kyle...
Yeah, the one that Kyle, like...
Okay, how do you want this to go down?
Okay, I think I'm just gonna, like... frustrated that I've been covered in mud, I'm just gonna, like, whack this thing off the horse, and it's like, its arms are, like, still attached to the side of the horse, so, like, there's two, like, severed arms still grabbing on. Yeah, so I just just whacked it off, but the arms are still there.
Yeah, so you just knock this thing down. It splats into the mud. The horse lets out a final shriek as you rip it off. A big chunk of the horse comes off with the ghoul, and the horse collapses into the mud. And the harness that it was attached to in the other horse just collapses right on top of it, like flipping over. So both of you guys make either athletics or acrobatics, whatever you have higher, whichever's better. But he's next to it.
Sure. Y'all with y'all speed.
I got 11.
You just barely make it out of the way. Like, you knock this ghoul down and you're feeling so good about yourself, and the cart like flips up in the air and like hits your ear, like, as it's flying over, and just like splats into the ground. Everything goes everywhere. Kyle,
I rolled a 7.
you rolled a 7. You are in the air on the cart as it is flying, like, holy shit.
Thanks for going out shape.
Is there anything you have, a reaction that you could do?
I have.
I don't suppose I could catch him, could I?
I can make an opportunity attack against this cart that just.
Hey.
I don't have any reactions now.
Okay, roll your athletics one more time. Or acrobatics, whichever one you were rolling.
Right. Come on, get that. Yes, 18.
18. You just take 3 points of damage. You splat into the mud, and luckily, you go so deep into the mud as you hit that the cart's kind of splattering all around you. A couple big bags of Cheerios hit you and splatter into the mud too.
Ever.
So, you've got a headache, a couple of splinters. You are covered in the most disgusting mud imaginable, along with Cheerios now.
Not graceful like me, are you? You shared my reflexes, right?
The other horse is dead too. It broke its neck.
I'm like a snake. I'm like a mongoose. It's
Oh yeah, and the cart. You did have one barrel in the cart. It wasn't full of wine. It was full of molasses oats, like hard-packed molasses oats. It was super heavy. You guys all argued over who was going to carry it when it had to be taken out of the cart, and it completely landed on the ghoul. He rolled a 1, and it just completely creams him. Just.
Hey, I'm not trying that anymore. I
Hey.
feel stuff on it.
These oats are more useful than you. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. These oats killed more birds.
And you run up and see this. You run up and you see him looking a little spooked, but still talking shit because he almost just got hit by a cart flying through the air. Kyle is getting up, just gross and disgusting and covered with a bunch of grain. And
I grabbed like a handkerchief or like a napkin and I handed it. Here, wipe off, bro.
yeah,
You need it.
Shape change, will that clean you off? Turn out to a bear.
I don't know. I don't know the rules of that. That would be super useful.
You turn into like a wolf, shake it off.
It's like a Labrador.
Oh my gosh, gross dog.
All right. Is this a hot chocolate break?
Chucky.
I heard it whistling.
The ghoul that you knocked off
Yeah.
is actually still twitching a little bit, and you can see its mouth. It's like in the mud.
I wish I had religion, so I could be like, what the heck? I don't have any kind of like knowledge skills to like ascertain like why these things attack or where or how or where they come from. Do I notice anything weird about this? Is it like wearing like clothes?
Do you have history, arcana, anything?
No, my guy's kind of a.
Logan, do you have history, arcana, anything?
I
got street smart.
Whichever's smarter. Roll it.
Arcana.
You can use that 20 whenever you want. And again, it's not a guaranteed 20, but it's a guaranteed success. Nice.
19 plus 5.
Oh yeah, you succeed. These are just regular ghouls. You would expect to see them in like a graveyard, if there was like treasure around. Like the places you expect to see ghouls are crypts, graveyards, places that wizards have warded. You don't expect them to see in the middle of the long road. And by the way, where the hell is the road?
Wait, we're still on the road?
No.
Your job was to find the road. You failed.
So they're just regular ghouls.
My job was to kill ghouls.
So you are surrounded by dead ghouls, Cheerios, and dead horses, unfortunately. And smashed up cart pieces all over the place.
I am not going to get lost.
And you are still in the middle of fog that is... If you're this close to each other, you can kind of see each other. If you go that much farther away, like as far as that door, you would be a shadowy sort of shape.
So how do you feel about these dead animals? Don't you care about this kind of, aren't you one of those?
Okay.
How dead are these animals?
They're only mostly dead. No, they're dead.
They're beyond a miracle.
I go over to the horses and I just gently place the hand on their shoulder and I begin to kind of say sort of like a druidic prayer of passing on over their bodies.
Okay.
Dive into the afterlife.
Are you going to try to clean yourself up too? Is anybody doing anything as we're just sitting here for a sec?
I handed you like a handkerchief to clean up a bit.
I take the hand, I just start like going all throughout and I soil the handkerchief completely and then once I'm done with it,
Are you going to do medicine or anything, or use one of your healing potions?
I don't have medicine.
Does anybody have any medicine or ways to heal our bunny friend?
Hey,
is everyone alright? Do you need any
well, I don't think my guy understands the difference in the magic. It's like, hey, useless, come take care of this. You see this? See these bite marks? See? If you had actually, fought in this fight, this could have been you. So feel grateful. Come fix this.
Do we need to cauterize the wound?
Look, you your big words try to confuse me. I don't care. All right.
So cure wounds you at.
So we can amputate.
Amputate. Cauterize and amputate.
Roll first level cure wounds you. So,
Just the first level.
Story, tell it, just make the 9 go away. I'm fine with that. You're going to need them.
Okay.
No, he's completely good.
are you good? Are we resting? By the way?
You guys tell me what you want to do. You are in the middle of, well, you're not in the middle of anything. You are somewhere. You are in a square of swampy ground, surrounded by white fog.
It's the worst day of my life, and I need to take a moment to myself, a few moments,
A few hours.
just to meditate. And I just find somewhere to cast plant growth, and I'm gonna make myself a little mini stool to kind of sit on, and I'm taking a short rest.
Like making a stump out of the
Basically,
mud.
start making a tree and then stop right where it's comfortable to sit.
I'm gonna sit on the.
How do you end an encounter in D&D Beyond? You just save it as...
I just have gone to another page.
Yeah, because it's not like an end encounter button, which
Yeah.
would seem would be nice.
It's like everything is dead. I would like to.
I'm gonna sit on the cart out of the mud
Sure, there's enough cart
And
out
I'm
of the
gonna
milk.
like just like trying to groom my fur, get the bigger chunks of stuff out of my fur. But I want to like I want to keep my ears, perked up, like in case there's any other kind of
Go ahead and everyone click short rest. I will let you guys take it. Would you want to blow a short rest?
I would like to.
Yeah, I used to keep one.
I'll keep watch while they take a short rest. And then
You blew some spell slots. You might want to take a short rest.
doesn't do suspects.
Should.
For like warlocks it does.
Oh,
but
but
not
for sorcerers it does not? Bummer.
Sorcerers.
Okay, so then you don't have to blow it. Okay, so after a short rest, we'll say about an hour, hour and a half, you guys have been picking, cleaning. Everyone make a perception check.
2. So
You've got this crap in your fur that you just do not like, and you
I know.
are pissed
how dare
off.
they? Yeah.
19, 23. Okay, you both are standing near each other, and you're cool, and you're kind of giggling about Bucky, the torqued off bunny over here, who's messing with his fur, and he's like licking it and stuff. And you see, like almost like it's your imagination, but you both sort of realize at the same time that it's not your imagination. You see a golden light way off in the distance, kind of flickering.
It's the sun.
No, it would almost look like candlelight, but it's in the sky.
In my mind.
It's way in the only reason you know it's just like slightly different than the light all around you. Like,
We can feel it as a flame because we're fighting.
As a girl, will be able to tell if it's a natural light or if it's some form of
I have no idea.
natural. Can
Your perception is
That'd be a
extraordinarily
nature.
high, right?
Maybe a nature.
It sure looks like it would be a candle or a lantern.
okay.
I'm like, I yell, it's a light.
The light.
Hey, pansies, hey, is that y'all? Is that your little pansy tricks?
Oh,
That's what
no,
this is?
it's not me, sir. Sorry about
Do you mean my companion? And I like point to the wildfire spirit.
like, you should just put this well, so, like,
Who is-
right next to him, like, this guy?
He's still there. Like
Oh, is he?
he doesn't go away until he gets killed.
Oh wow! I thought he was like a summon.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. 1 hour.
Yeah, I think it's been an hour, right?
We
would
took a
chill.
short rest, so it'll be 30 minutes. Well, 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So he would still be.
He has like a short rest left.
So what are you guys doing?
Alright, it's dangerous. Why don't you let me check this out? Alright, you guys clearly, when it comes to like hugging trees, you guys are great.
I don't have no trees.
Oh, well, whatever. I get you two mixed up. Whichever one of you hugs trees. But I'm gonna check this out. Alright.
Are you guys going together, or are you letting Bucky hop off on his own down the bunny trail? Okay.
We give him a considerable bit.
Bucky's on point.
Okay. Yeah.
He can't see us, but we know we're following.
Got it.
I'm warming up my bicep.
We gave him 10 feet out. Head start.
I think my guy is constantly kind of touching his muscles because he's just.
I roll my eyes.
Yeah, I think he just will randomly just like, come on. But
Okay, so as you get closer and closer to the light, you come to a wall of dilapidated stone. It is covered with decaying thorn bushes. There is a wrought iron gate that is rusted and half falling off of its hinges that does not look like it has a lock on it. And beyond the gate, you can see an old manor house with dull yellow light flickering in the windows. So just out of the fog as you're walking up, all of a sudden there's a stone wall, and you look along the stone wall and there's a gate. A crusty old, rusty old gate.
Is it like falling in half? Is it off? Oh, is it
One of the hinges is fallen off. So you could push the gate open and it's not like it's going to fall over, but it's,
So we could open the gate.
yes, and it's not locked. And beyond the gate is an old house. A really nice house, like a stacked stone. It's like a mansion, but looks like hard times.
Yeah.
But it's occupied,
Is
it's
like
lit.
ivy growing on it or anything?
Yeah, there's ivy growing on parts of it, and no, it's not. It looks like it's old and maybe not as well maintained as
But
it
it's
was.
in use?
Sure looks like it.
Like
Someone lit those lights.
True. Is there like any footprints on the ground?
No.
Alright. Is there lights in the house? More?
Those are the lights you see in the windows of the
I
house.
thought you meant like bedrooms outside. Sorry. What is it like? Where in the house? Like
The windows. And there is one lantern by a door that you can see because of the lantern.
all the windows lit, or just like
All the upstairs windows are lit.
it's like up upstairs, not the attic, but like
Well, there's just 2 stories.
2 stories to the second.
Yeah, and the bottom story just really has just a couple of windows, and they're almost like arrow slits. And then the top windows,
Oh, so it must be like
there's 3 windows.
Alright, cool. Is there
Those
like,
are lit. And then there's a lantern next to a door in the front.
is there like a front door?
That's what I just said. Lantern next to a door in the front.
Okay. He's in front. So
Yeah, Bucky's in front.
It's his turn.
Hey, was this house here before? Like, was there a mansion on the way to the...
So you don't have history or anything, right? Whoever has history, roll a history.
Can I get some of this?
No.
He wiped it out.
17.
Here, I haven't eaten all this. I'm full.
Okay, yeah.
You don't want the honey mustard and onions?
I'm good.
Okay.
17 there, so.
17. No, there was not. This is the long road between Tribor and Longsaddle.
Yeah, I assumed there wasn't. I was just saying.
There are no mansions between Tribor and Longsaddle.
Hey, but, bro, man, this is new. It's like magic. This was not here before. Either we're in some other dimension, kind of, or whatever, or this is like someone goes really fast, and that they got skills.
Well, clearly we are in another dimension.
Or,
Do not just appear.
true. Or maybe magic. Like, I don't know.
Yes.
You never know, those wizards out there, powerful.
Can I, looking at the ivy plant growth on the outside of the wall, get a sense of like sort of how long this structure, like how old it is?
Sure. It's we'll just storytell that. It's interesting. The ivy looks like it's maybe a couple of years of growth, that maybe it just hasn't been maintained. But the stone and the wear on the stone and the rust on the gate look decades or more old.
No more than a century.
This has to be very old.
So the house, the state of the house is much better than like the gate and the wall.
No. They're all in pretty good shape. I mean, pretty dilapidated shape.
Okay.
The stone's worn. There's mortar that's been chipped out of the stone. It's sound. You couldn't just push the wall over,
Yeah.
but it's worn
I'm gonna go.
and ill-maintained.
I'm trying to find a bath.
You know, a well-maintained wall would have all the mortar in between, probably a layer of stucco.
I'm gonna approach the door.
So you go through, you open the gate.
I'm gonna go through and open the gate.
I'm like, you might want to let your little fairy do it for you, so you don't get hurt.
Hey, he said he's opening the gate.
Okay,
All right, so who all's going through the gate?
Yeah, I'll go through. What's in the courtyard? In the courtyard?
You are following a stone path to the door of the mansion. Everybody roll perception.
17.
Oh, that's me.
13.
12.
17.
Okay, nobody notices anything.
Dang,
Um,
Yeah,
And-
that makes you feel good. Oh yeah, you don't see anything.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, great. I really don't
Not again.
like it. 18.
There we go. I got
What'd you got?
23.
23? Did someone beat an 18?
That one.
One.
You got a 1. Alright, you're going last. 18.
On the mud again.
Oh yeah, one more question. Is there like water here too?
1. 0. No, you are out of the water and the muck now. You are on a stone path. Walking up a smooth stone path. Now it's mossy and there's, you know, some weeds growing and stuff. It's not pretty, but it's not, you're not walking in the muck anymore. And as you're running or walking up this path, all of a sudden, from both sides of the house come running giant black dogs with a glow coming from their mouth and nostrils. And they're just woof, 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 and they're just coming at you guys.
Oh no.
How many?
Hey, who?
Two. One from each side of the house.
Is this y'all? Did y'all do this? Did y'all? Is this some of your fairy magic again? Is this what this is?
Our fairy magic has to do with fire.
Bunny Man, you're up.
Alright.
Oh, damn, I didn't notice that. These guys might kill you.
Hey. Cool. Think about who you're talking to here.
This is
Okay.
I'm the 3-time MVP.
Mountain jumper.
Mountain jumping.
I'm the all-sword coast welterweight championship.
I know. If I had more time, I would have like a whatever, like a lot of sayings like that. Like one time I punched
I'm the
a-
greatest.
Time's up. Am I first?
You are first.
So I'm gonna look back. You know, look back at my little buddies when I get mixed up. It's like, you guys should sit this one out, alright? And
Sit this one out.
I'm going to like how far are they?
They're about 50 feet away from you, and they are closing fast.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
So if you were running towards one, you would only have to go 25 feet because they are just like barreling.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like go like so I'm just gonna just come right at it
Okay.
and I can just roll normal.
Whatever you do, yeah. Full closing speed.
I'm gonna use
how's our vision currently? Is it still in
Yeah,
fog?
is it still foggy or is it chill?
Around the house, the fog seems thinner.
Thinner? Okay.
It's not like there's no sky still, but you can see much far. Like you can see the house, and it's like 100 feet away.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright, here we go.
Very familiar with Rio.
Oh, it's gotta be
It's a
it.
Patrick.
It's Patrick.
We need you right now.
I summoned a Patrick.
You good, man? Did we get you in trouble?
Nah,
119.
he's tough to.
Go down.
Yeah. I have to be there. All this kind of stuff.
So tell me what happened, and then we'll stop for a second and retcon Patrick in.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay. So I assume 19 and above hits.
Yes.
Okay. 3 hits. So I want to use. So I'll give you damage first, and then I want to try to stun it. 10, 15, 27 damage.
Hot damn.
Still alive.
It is still alive.
Okay, I want to try to stun it. So
Okay.
it has DC 14 Constitution save.
So he has to make a DC 14.
Yeah, and he needs to make a DC 14 Constitution and a Reflex save.
What is that, dexterity?
Yeah, sorry, dexterity.
I got a 12 on my con. So what happens to me?
He's stunned.
What does that mean?
He can't attack.
Okay. So man, this bunny just. You want to play it like a bounce, like a hop?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna land on this. I'm just gonna jump and come down like a ankle drop. You know,
Yeah.
like on this dog's back. It's all confident. I'm just like break his back on my way
Knocked
down.
it, like you knee dropped right between, like right where his head attaches to his body. His head went down into the ground and just boom, and you just heard him go, "Meow!" And you know, butt over tea kettle. The dog's now on the ground and just sort of like, "Meow! Meow!" It's not dead, but you definitely did what you wanted to do. You stunned the crap out of it.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, it is. Well, let's stop for a second because it is going to be you. So, Patrick, I'm going to do this real fast. You were walking along the long road by yourself. Not a great idea, but you were doing it anyway. You had to get to Long Saddle. You were walking from the north to the south. And as you were walking along, a cold wind just kicked up out of nowhere. And as you were like, what the, it's a summer day. What is this, like almost freezing wind kicking up? And then a mist came up out of the ground, and you couldn't see like your hand in front of your face. The next thing you know, you were walking in muck. And after about an hour of wandering around in this muck, there's no more road anymore. There's fog in front of your face. You're kind of freaking out. You see a light in the distance. You have walked up to the light, and there's a broken down old wall and a gate in it. And the gate is open, and you hear a fight going on the other side of the gate. And as you look through the gate, you see a giant bunny rabbit jump and land on this huge black dog with glowing fire coming out of his mouth and just knock the crap out of the dog. And you see two what look like fire spirits over, like looking like they might be getting ready to fight another big giant black dog that is just barreling towards them. And behind all of this, there is a really old mansion that has some lights in the windows. But that's where you are right now. I'm going to give you initiative 0, so you're going to go last after this plays around, and then I'll let you roll and figure out where you are in the stack after that.
Okay.
Cool? Logan.
Awesome. So, there are 2 now, right? Great.
There are 2 hounds. He just knocked the crap out of one. The other one's running from the other direction.
I will face it, and I guess I might as well do it since this is a very powerful attack. I don't want to miss. I will use. Let me see. Lightning bolt,
Okay?
and I'll use my 20 that I rolled over,
Okay?
and so that's a hit. Right?
Yes.
Awesome.
That is a good use of a 20. That is a perfect natural success.
All 8 of these. Okay. Okay, great. Now I can math. 10, 15.
Yes, that's what D&D was in school.
22. 26.
26. Damn.
And it is thrown back
100 feet? It's like
Tell me what the throwback is as we play through this, though. But yeah, you just step back, loose your lightning bolt, whap! I mean, it absolutely, even if it doesn't throw it back, what I'm going to say is that the momentum of the lightning bolt is going to cancel out the momentum of this, pony-sized black dog running at you, and that he's stopped in his tracks. So he's just like, right there where he is, we'll call it 20 feet away from you.
So is your lightning like red tinted or something for the fire genasi thing, or
it is like, it doesn't look like a lightning bolt at all. It looks more like a spear of flames.
Okay.
Okay.
And yes, so what happens is I look at it, my eyes, if you're around me, you can see my eyes glow red like fire for about 10th of a second, go out, and then boom, it hits.
Got it. And the dog is just sort of red lights flickering around the dog, and he stops.
And it's like, when someone electrocuted like the little...
And so he's right there.
Yeah.
He's little hair standing on end, smells a little like burnt dog, and it is their turn.
So the one I hit,
he's stunned.
He can't move or attack.
Can he save or anything? Is there what can he do this round? Anything?
No, his
Okay.
chance to save was on my turn.
Got it.
All
So he doesn't
attacks
save
against
again?
him have advantage.
Okay. So we'll just leave him alone and move to the next one, the one that Logan just fried, and he is going to charge at Logan.
But I didn't do anything.
Yeah. All right.
It was him. It was him.
He comes about 10 feet towards you and blows fire. 15-foot cone of fire comes at you.
Bet.
You tell me what's going to happen. Make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
12.
What does tie happen? You don't have any bonuses to
No,
dexterity?
you win.
Yeah.
Tie goes to the player?
Plus 2 on saving throws, so.
He makes it if it's high.
Okay. So you like duck to the side and this cone of fire just shoots out of this dog's mouth. Like the flames like lick over the top of you, but it just missed.
Even if he did hit me, I'd take half damage because I have fires.
When he did
Still a lot of
hit
damage.
you, like you're gonna take a quarter now, right?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be half of 21,
Yeah,
11, half of that.
half of 11.
Yeah, 5.5. So let's round down
5.
to 5.
Oh, wait, it was half. 5 and a. Alright, actually, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, I think it's right. Yeah, that's still 20 damage. Oh, that's a lot.
Or what? Burning.
And it is Kyle.
I got
My
40
turn?
I'm
Yep.
only at 40 health.
Yes, finally.
Alright, so, that's my bonus action. I will command my wildfire spirit to teleport onto the back of the, wait, actually, no, sorry, I won't do that. So, how close am I to this creature currently?
He's 20 feet away from Logan.
20 feet
No,
away?
I'm sorry, he's 10 feet away from Logan. He ran, so he's 10 feet away from Logan. So however you're oriented to Sky.
Okay. So, I am going to...
And the other one's knocked out right next to him.
Okay. And these are considered beasts?
Are they considered beast? No.
No?
No.
That might not work. I don't know that. Do they appear like when we first saw him, did they appear that they were like what I would consider a beast, or would I be able to tell? Or can I nature check
You'd be able to
see?
tell that they are supernatural,
Okay,
not natural creatures.
cool. So, back to the original plan. I'm going to command the wildfire spirit to land, teleport onto the back of the ginormous otherworldly dog,
Okay.
guard dog, and then he's going to make his back really hot. So that is a he's using fire teleportation. Any creature within 5 feet is landing on his back. So DC 15 Dex saving throw.
Okay. Nope, he's on his back.
All right. So he takes 5 points of fire damage. Cool. And I am going to
Roll perception.
natural 20.
He isn't taking any damage at all.
Any damage?
That fire spirit might as well be petting him.
It's healing. He's healing him. Good boy. It's a good boy.
She's like,
What is the and what is the arrangement of us in the battlefield?
It's about 125 feet between the gate and the house. You guys got about 25 feet in. The house extends about 100 feet roughly in both directions before it turns. These dogs came one from either side.
Right.
He went about 25 feet to the left to attack that dog.
Okay.
The other one is about 10 feet from you. Kind of like if you're near, if you were walking towards the door, it's about 10 feet that way to your right. And now it has your friend on its back.
Cool. Alright.
And it's a little frazzled from the red lightning that
So
your boy Sky cast.
I took damage from the lightning, not from that's not cool. But I
wildfire,
gotta do something.
wildfire druid versus the
Yeah.
fire immune creature.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. The fire genasi wildfire druid against the fire immune.
Yeah, literally everything to attack that I have is fire based.
Same.
I'm gonna cast infestation on the there's a 30-foot radius,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put that basically flea ball on the right on the ass of the same dog.
Okay, what does it do?
So it's a con save, and
What
cause
difficulty?
a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range, which is 30 feet.
I rolled an 8.
Alright, so you fail. It's a con save 15. So you take 2d6 poison.
Oh, 2d6 poison. Ouch.
Yeah. That's 5. Poison
Okay.
damage. Yep, that's my turn.
And is he incapacitated or anything? Is he like trying to bite his butt? Is he?
He moves in a random direction, right?
Succeed 1d6. I cast it at higher level, so it's 2d6. Poison damage. And then it moves 5 feet in a random direction. If it can move, and its speed is at least 5, throw a die for it from the direction.
I got it.
Okay, so 1 is north, 2 is south, 3 is east, 4 is west. If that means anything in this.
Let's just say 3 means he runs towards the gate, like he's trying to get away. Like you cast this thing, and you see him just almost act like a normal dog for a second.
Okay.
Like a normal, like his head like yanks back towards his rear end and kind of goes like he's trying to bite his own fur, and then he starts running. And he's running for the gate with your fire guy on his back going.
Hang on, buddy.
And it is, what is your character's name? Pit Viper. Again, you're at the gate, you're kind of look. Now you've noticed the dog is running towards you with a fire monster on his back.
Should we give you a Shibuya?
You could just hide behind the wall.
Shibuya roll call. My name is Viper.
You looking for it? What are you? You a ranger? Yeah. Alright. Shoot it! Yeah, you might just shoot it for now, but you can pick your spell after your turn.
I don't have any guns.
Did you bring you don't have any weapons?
I have weapons, but I don't have any guns. He said I could.
Crossbow, arrow, bow.
I ain't getting none of that stuff.
We can figure it out.
Go back.
Yeah, but what do you
back
have?
and get my snakes
Is
then.
it a bow or a
Pretty sure it
crossbow or?
No, I got the
Yeah, at its own
2
speed.
scimitars and a dagger.
Okay.
Throw a dagger.
I was gonna say I could probably throw the dagger.
And you're close enough that you could run and slash the dog. It's like he did. He kind of ran straight at it.
So I
Which
did-
dog is this?
Do you have history or arcana or anything?
I got
It's just a big black dog.
Well, they're like glowing eyes.
Yeah. Big black dog with glowing mouth and eyes.
where's it at this moment? Like
It just started running towards the gate, and it's acting like you would expect an animal with like fleas or something to act, or that was stung by a bee.
On the successor turn, the wildfire spirit does, like because I instructed it to go after the dog, he does take his own initiative, so it doesn't separate.
If you want to roll, you could just do 3 of these for your scimitars.
Okay. So you're gonna step towards the dog as he's running for the gate and try to ginsu him.
yeah, I mean
Oh no. Only a 9 hits, doesn't it?
No. And that's your only swing? I thought you had multiple attacks.
I did my dagger.
Okay, so you chucked a dagger, you missed him, and it is back to Bucky,
Alright. Let me show you how to do
who is indeed showing us how it is done.
It's kind of fun. I have a spell. You're like, what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna punch this.
I just hit things.
So I'm just this horse. He's sent it to the end of my turn, but all my attacks have advantage. So I need like pairs. Got all these d6s in here. There's one. The 8 is the higher. Okay. There's a 19. There's another 19. Okay. Does a 15 hit?
Yep.
Awesome. Alright, 3 hits. 10, 12, 24 damage.
How do you want this to end? You're beating up this poor puppy who's lying on the ground making whimpery puppy noises. He just happens to be the size of a Volkswagen.
Alright, so I think my ankle dropped to the neck, like put it down, and I'm just going to like stand over it and just like my hands are like a blur, just like like pile driving this thing.
Oh, you're full goofy, aren't you?
Yeah, well I'm just like totally like you can't even see my arms moving, you know, and like
Okay.
this thing's head is like digging into the ground. Yeah, like the rocks are starting to crack around like the impact, just like and like specks of rock are flying up, you know, and I'm just like pounding this thing.
And you hear one faint,
Oh.
and thus endeth the hellhound.
I'm gonna give my bicep a big kiss. And, big
God.
flex after I'm done. Oh my. You're just jealous. You're just jealous of this
And
power.
it is 18.
Okay, so when he did run away with that, give me an opportunity attack.
You know what? No,
I know how
he
you
wasn't. He
feel
was 10
when
feet
you-
away from you. He wasn't engaged in melee with you.
Alright, cool.
Also,
I-
the
I-
spell says that this
like,
movement does not
I
provoke an
thought I
attack.
would-
Ah.
Okay,
Sorry.
so.
So he's still about 10 feet away from you. He's just on a different side of you now, running towards the gate.
We'll do firebolt.
And as you're looking towards the gate, you saw... What do you look like?
I'm in all black. I got a skeleton mask on. It's black too.
Great. This is going to end up with PC on PC
I know,
combat
it's
here.
like, oh no, let's go.
You see a
Another
skeleton.
duel.
Yeah, you see the Skull Trooper from Fortnite step out from behind the gate. Logan,
Now we're gonna have to do the
don't make me tell you again. You see the Skull Trooper from Fortnite step out from behind the gate and throw a dagger at the dog. You didn't see him, you didn't see anything happen, but you saw him throw a knife at the dog. And so that's what you're looking at now, looking towards the dog.
I'm startled for a second, but then I was like, wait, dog.
Okay?
So I try to get fire.
Okay? You were paying attention just now, right? Like, you were talking to your girlfriend, I'm assuming? Okay, go ahead.
Wait.
Go, firebolt. Give me some firebolt.
So the one that, Hunter's Mark right here
I don't know.
is like
Roll your
really
attack.
good.
You can't, cause.
My eyes. I'm like, rolling my eyes and shaking my head. Very, very. Frustrated with the situation.
You get
Shoot
some
your shot,
get some
man.
Healing here, cure wounds.
Inconvenient.
How far away is he?
It's about 10 feet. With his rear end towards you.
Okay, then I'll walk up or run up to him. Whatever.
Okay?
So I'm 5 feet, so I can use thunderclap.
Okay.
He has to make a saving throw.
Okay, so you're talking about Thunderclap.
So you create a burst of thunder sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1 die 6 thunder damage. And
Within what area of effect?
range is 5 feet.
So it's just 5 feet.
That's the damage, but it can be heard 100 foot.
Okay. Okay, so tell him, give me your damage.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, what's the difficulty?
14.
Oh, let me put the thing here, actually. What do I take?
It doesn't say anything.
You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
You must succeed at Constitution
So he
saving
takes
throw
half.
or take. It doesn't say anything about taking half.
Oh, you got it?
It just says or take.
We'll say it take half.
Alright.
Because if it says or take, I'm wondering if you just didn't scroll down or something.
You
No, like,
only half the damage on
Yeah.
Like, but
So give me half the damage.
Thunder
that's
clap.
how it. That's how it's spelled. Yes.
Just give me half. Let's roll it.
Yeah. Oh, Wikidot is the good one.
Minus.
Oh no, sorry. It does indicate it was half damage
Yeah.
on the spell, so you take no damage.
Okay.
It might be, what level spell was that?
On a failed save, the creature takes
Okay,
1d6 thunder damage.
Probably 'cause
Thunderclap?
it's a cantrip, it doesn't, it's not as powerful.
Yeah.
So,
It's not as. There's a first level spell that's similar.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Cantrips typically take nothing. Yeah.
Okay. So you BAM! Like everyone's like, what the crap? But nothing seems to have happened. And it is the Hellhound's turn. How does the Hellhound react to? What does he have to do about the things in his butt?
So, so it only lasts for one turn, so,
Okay, so he's done now.
yeah, he's done.
Okay, so he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Okay, he is pissed. Let me see here. He had a dagger thrown at him, but that missed. He had a thunderclap right next to him, which must have startled the crap out of him, and that's what he cares about. Because he's a dog. He doesn't really associate the fact that you gave him fleas.
You should take it back.
All right, so he's going to turn around and bite the crap out of Logan, or at least that's what he thinks he's going to do. All right, Logan.
Yeah.
17. Does that hit? Phone down.
So,
Girl, no.
it's empty.
All right, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And he will do...
What kind of damage is it though?
Hang on a second, I'll tell you.
Actual ass damage.
He does 11 piercing and 7 fire. So 2 fire, let's say. No, 3 fire.
13.
Sorry.
You see the issue now, right?
So 14 total, but 3 of them were fire.
When the,
And he just turns around,
What's the
chomped on you.
It's a dog.
the zoom time.
Yeah. And it is you.
Me. Cool. Alright.
And you just saw the dog chomp the crap out of Logan. But you also saw him completely mutilate another one.
Yep.
And you saw a Fortnite Skull Trooper step out from behind the wall.
And here, right? So, my insane clown posse is still on his back. He is, he's just gonna teleport from, because this is a creature larger than 5 feet, right? So I can teleport from one spot on him to another spot.
His size is medium, so he would be a 5-foot square
he's
creature.
Just a single, yeah.
He's a single square.
So I'll use fire teleportation again with the wildfire spear, and he's gonna teleport just like to the opposite side, like flanking from where Sky is,
Okay.
and he'll need to make a dex save.
The dog will?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that is
What's my difficulty, or I'll just roll it?
15,
Oh! No, you rolled a 7, not a 1. Thought it was a 1 for a second. 8.
8. Sweet.
Okay.
So he takes.
Is it fire damage or anything else?
This is fire damage.
No. You rolled a natural 20 on your perception before.
That's right.
He is immune. Not like resistant. He is immune to fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah, he's losing from it.
I did that. So that was just
He can eat burning logs for a snack.
making sure he was really immune to fire damage.
You
You know,
know,
sometimes you gotta double double check. And
Double check those things.
Once you
Yeah.
hit him with enough fire, then it goes away.
Alright.
Immunity goes away.
Keep
Keep on.
He's covered in Vaseline, but eventually it'll burn off.
Yeah. Just gotta keep burning them. I'm gonna use the constricted attack with my giant snake. Let's say that's just a straight attack roll. That is plus 6, 22 to hit.
6 plus what equals 22?
Yeah. 16.
Oh, 16. I thought you were like 6 plus something equals 22. I'm like,
16
what the
plus
hell is the
6.
bonus on the snake?
This is like the final boss.
You have the plus 6 to hit on the constrict.
All right, so 22 absolutely hits. What does the snake do?
So he does 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. So that's 11 plus 4, 15.
He's
points
dead.
of bludgeoning.
How does this go down?
Cool. So
Another silly putty
snake
squeeze?
makes dog juice.
Okay.
And he just wraps around his body, and as he's
Snake
training,
is useful. He's done more than all. Well, the snake and the rabbit have been dead useful.
yeah. And as I was having to walk over to the dog and again speak the command word, and he forms back into the staff in my hand.
So again, you hear one final, and there is a funny shaped mass on the ground that looked like it might have been a dog once.
Killed him.
All right, and we are done, except for the fact that you guys are now. So you're standing over a dog that you just killed. You just saw him kill one, and now you guys see all of you him. Black outfit, skull face.
Night vision goggles. Right.
Yeah.
Tactical gear.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I'm gonna hold up the head hound with the demolished head. I'm assuming it's a hellhound.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold up the dog, fire breathing dog. I'm gonna show it to him. See this? You want some of this too? You come on over here. And
You showed it to me?
I'm showing it to him.
Oh, okay.
Roll a perception.
Okay. I don't know if I saw the dagger. Okay, yeah, that's 21.
Okay, as you're holding it up, you're doing all the things you said. You can keep doing that. But as you kind of hold it up, you're going to notice it's wearing a collar. A really nice, ornate leather collar with gold scroll work. And there's a name. Fluffy.
Okay.
Is this Harry Potter all over again?
Fluffy the hellhound. Huh.
Alright, once again, how dead are these animals? I'm a druid. I can't just.
This wasn't an
Hang on one
animal.
sec. Let me. Harry, what are you doing?
I'm just holding up. I'm holding up this. Is he like this smoking dog to? I'm like.
Yeah, and he's huge, so you can't really hold him. I mean, what's your
okay.
strength?
No, I'm not strong.
Yeah, so you can like lift his head up, like, but you're not gonna hold him up.
Yeah, I got like 10 strength.
Both hands. He's like,
You could lift him up like his head's lifted up. Look at this.
Yeah, maybe I hold it up by the collar and that's how I notice it.
Yeah.
That's what
lucky too.
Hey, you see this? All me.
Any reaction from the Skull Trooper?
Not impressed.
So,
Kyle, what are you doing?
I'm gonna approach the skull trooper. Hello. Is this your house? Are these your animals? Please tell me you have a shower.
Yeah, we're like covered in mud. Especially us two.
Yes.
Yeah, my fear just covered, but y'all are just drenched in it. It's like,
Yes. This is not my house. And I start walking towards the door again.
Okay, so you're heading towards the door. You notice the collar. Are you following them?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. Logan, what are you doing? Anything? Or are you heading towards the door?
I'm skeptical, so I follow behind him.
Okay. Are you going to let him go behind you?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout back over my shoulder. Come on, cousin. Help me find a place to get clean.
You can do that yourself. You have wood magic. Make a bathtub and put water in it.
All right. So as you come to the door,
I want to hand the collar to Logan. Or Pansy. Hey, do your job. You're useless. This is your only thing. Do your job. And I'm just gonna just toss this.
Giant collar.
Yeah, this huge.
Probably taller than you when you extended it.
is anyone going to look at the other animal?
Oh yeah.
If you do, you find another collar, and that one says Snickers.
Snickers. But these are new collars.
Yeah, they are new. They're the nicest thing that you've seen in this place.
Okay.
Hey, cuz, you can wipe yourself off in this collar.
If I'm to require full bourgeois.
Is this magic? I really need a magic collar to control it. Is this magic or is this just the owner cares about these things?
Being very very
Okay, Logan can roll Arcana. You don't think they're magic.
It's leather.
All right, so as you come towards the door, are you still heading towards the door? You're still heading towards the door?
Yeah.
It opens. Before you even can knock, you hear a latch turn and then a key turn, and the door opens, and you see a little gnome, and he's a little gnome. Gnomes are little, and he's a little gnome, and he is dressed in finery, really nice finery, but it looks like finery that you read about for the couple of years you were in school, back in the village. It's old stuff.
Yeah.
It would be the equivalent of seeing a guy in an Abraham Lincoln top hat, kind of, nowadays. It's old stuff, but it's very nice.
Yeah.
And he's tiny. And he says, "My goodness, it's horrible outside. How long have you been here? I'm so sorry. Oh my God, come in. Oh, that mud looks
civilized.
awful.
Finally.
Come in. Welcome to Salt Marsh Manor."
Thank you.
Insight on this man. See if he's being truly friendly or is he just trying to use us.
Roll insight. Did it just go up your sleeve? Was that like a poker move? I don't think it works with dice, man.
There's a weighted dice in his elbow. Natural 20.
Better not be. Okay. To all intents and purposes, you think he is absolutely honest. Super honest. You believe him.
Alright.
Yeah. Come in. Oh, there's more of you. Oh, and you're covered in mud, and it's cold and wet. When did it get cold and wet? Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna throw the what was it, Fluffy and Snickers. I'll throw Snickers collar at him.
Ah! Oh, what is this?
So, yeah, see that? You see how great I was? All by myself. 2 on 1.
What did this come off of?
2 on 1.
What is out
All
there?
day.
What happened?
Calm down.
And I wish I had insight, because your little lion gnome. Not the...
Oh my goodness, this is horrible. The master would love to see you, but you look awful. I would never present anybody in this state to the master. I will take you to the bathhouse. We'll get you clean clothes, warm water, fluffy towels. So he is offering to take you to the bathhouse, and then he says, then we will have a feast in your honor, and we can talk to the master who is so wise about what is going on and where this weather come from and what's going on.
Where did this house come from?
Lead the way.
This is Salt Marsh Manor. We have been here for thousands of years in the Salt Marsh family.
That is not true.
It is. I have served the master for at least 50 years, and I served his father before him.
Yeah, it's the realm. So here in the 1,000 years.
Yeah,
We must talk to the master. There's a mystery going on here.
I want to inside check the 1,000 years, being big. Check out the.
If anyone wants to insight check him when he's talking, feel
I got
free.
a 15.
You absolutely think he's telling the truth.
I have to hunt this little gnome.
16.
We'll find a
You think he's telling the truth?
Can I go to Manor or am I allowed one?
You're allowed. You already did it. You think he's telling the truth.
Alright.
So come on into the bathhouse if you want. So he's going to lead you through. When you come in, you are in this beautiful hall. Like, it is oak paneled. There are two like gorgeous suits of armor. When I say gorgeous suits of armor, like if you've seen stuff in museums that is like gold scroll work, and part of the metal has been like gun blacked, and part of it is polished, and it is just gorgeous. This is like the finest metal work you've ever seen. Two huge suits of armor. There's displays of halberds and swords, and it's a very, very gorgeous. All the wood is polished to a glow. It looks perfect. Another gnome comes behind you and is sweeping up the mud as you pass. And he's taking you to a side room. So there's 3 doors in this room. He's taking you through the nearest one to a mud room where you can put your muddy boots and things like that. And then through that room there is a large bathroom. It is stone lined. There are 4 tubs. More little gnomes will come in and pour hot water into the tubs. There are clean robes along the wall. There are brushes that you can brush your armor off if you needed to. Everything in this room is what you would need if you wanted to get clean, get your stuff clean, put it all back together again, and step out in, let's say, 20, 30 minutes, ready to go, freshened up. And he says, please, 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 if you need more water, just call for it. You can do whatever you want, clean up, and then I'll take you to the master.
Finally, the treatment I deserve. Finally, my talents are being recognized. Traveling with these guys, it's like...
As he's talking, I'm just pushing past everyone, going to get to the bath, and I'm just going like in all the fire genasi glory, with my hands lit up in flame to make sure this water is just at the perfect temperature.
Oh, the perfect temperature. There's soap. There's nothing wrong here.
By the
That's
way,
it.
the perfect temperature for us is probably a lot hotter than what
Yeah.
the probably is.
Don't go in their bathtubs. You see it boiling?
Wasn't really planning on it, but...
They think it's jacuzzi bubbles, but it's the water is warm.
Did you fart?
That's how hot
You
it is.
tooting in the tub?
Yeah. 'Cause
It's like you can see the vapors just coming up from the water, and the gnomes are like just constantly pouring water in jars. So water always going down.
their water is cooling our water down. That's how hot I'm trying to get
Okay.
our bath water.
So, anybody doing anything besides bathing and cleaning?
I'm gonna sit in the tub, and with my giant, my feet are like yay long,
Mhm.
the big rabbit, and like they're still pretty muddy. I'm just like, hey, come massage my feet, you little gnome.
Absolutely. Like 4 gnomes come with stools and brushes, and they put a stool down, and then the gnomes get on the stools, and they are brushing your feet, and they're dipping, like, they're absolutely, like, full-on, treatment.
That's right.
If I could get someone hand on my shoulders, that would be wonderful.
Yep, absolutely. You can barely feel it. Tiny little gnome hands, and you can feel you hear the gnomes kind of going, ow, 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 because it's so hot. Ow, ow.
Get into my toes, you little freaks.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm off to the side, just
Yeah, you didn't get. Well, your feet are muddy. Your
checking
boots are muddy.
inventory and just sharpening my blades and
Good sir over there.
making sure I got my bows in order.
I don't think you guys formally met. My name is Sky.
And
When do you start talking so funny? It reminds me of the scene in, what was it? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh.
When Star-Lord is confronted with Thor and starts talking fun.
Oh yeah.
I always talk like this.
Yeah. Rocket like, no you don't.
I'm gonna look over at Star-Lord over here. Sure, what's your name?
Pit Viper.
Pit Viper. Sorry, Star-Lord. Like, hey, got some mud in my ears. Could you take care of this, please? I'm just
You're
like,
telling him, not the gnomes?
Yeah, just like, hey. I assume he works here, I guess.
Yeah, I'm much obliged.
I'll take that ear.
A little
Aren't rabbit ears lucky?
Pull out one of my scimitars and my ears walking up as I'm sharpening the blade.
It's like, hey, it's like, is this guy a license? You know, I'm talking to the gnomes. Like,
License?
Is he
You got a
is
license.
he trained? Is he
a licensed ear massage
your,
therapist?
All travelers are welcome.
rabbit groomer?
All travelers are welcome at Salt Marsh Manor.
Oh, you're a traveler? Oh, my bad. My bad. But I bet you thought I was pretty impressive out there. Me versus the giant fire dogs. I was just nothing. No problem.
I've seen halflings more impressive than you.
Ouch. We'll settle up later after my bath. You just you go practice falling down. I'll be out there in a minute.
I being very annoyed with the constant talking, I drew a craft a carrot and I tossed it at Bucky to try to will this keep you quiet for some time?
It's like I'm gonna blow my carrot a bit and their tub. Soften it up a little. You're not totally useless, so thanks for that. Thanks for this.
Yes, please. Just I like silence with my bath, if you don't mind.
So you guys can continue to talk to each other and do anything you'd like, or I can move us on to the...
Let's just fast forward.
Okay. So let's just assume you are now all perfectly clean as you've ever been in any bathhouse in any town.
Rest? Sorry.
Yes, we will count it as a short rest, absolutely. You feel refreshed. And your clothes are cleaned. Anything that needed repair, they sewed it up. You could have clean robes if you want to wear them. You can put your armor back on, and it's all been buffed and polished, and everything is just perfect. Like you just stepped out of the shop.
The master's prepping us to beat the crap out of us.
Keep them nice and clean before I kill them.
Yeah.
I don't want the blood.
Maybe this master would be more of a
Okay.
challenge.
And so Grundy is the name of the little gnome who introduced himself when he walked you in here. Comes back in and says, "Oh, it's lovely. You look wonderful. Travelers are always welcome at Salt Marsh Manor. Oh, thank goodness we found you with such horrible weather outside. I'm glad you got in and got safe and taken care of. And let's go have dinner and meet the master." And he takes you back into the main hall, and you come out the bottom door, and you go in you come out that one bottom of the wall, and you go in the top of the wall to the next door, and that leads into a really long dining room with the table could sit probably 30 people, and it is just a feast, end to end feast. Think of, I don't know what your standard is for feast in mine is the Papadou Sunday brunch buffet, right? We're talking omelet station, we're talking a giant, all the bacon you can eat, all the sausage you can eat, a prime rib carving station, every food you can think of, all just laid out.
When it's for a noble birthday, they're having a giant feast.
Yeah, just huge feasts laid out, and at the end of the room is a very tall but very thin, completely bald man. And he says, "Hello, my name is Gideon. Thank you very much for visiting Salt Marsh Manor. This is the home of my ancestors, and we always welcome travelers. I'm glad that Grundy was able to take care of you, and I have helped prepare this feast. My servants have prepared this feast for you. Come and join us, and we can discuss how you got here and what the strange going-ons are outside, and how we might be able to deal with it together."
Can I inspect the food to see if there's poisoned or tampered with?
Yeah, what are you going to roll?
Would that be a medicine check?
Investigation. You could also roll medicine. You could roll Arcana to see if it's magical. You tell me.
Definitely investigation.
Okay.
Is this guy Strahd? Is this Strahd that we're meeting?
19 plus 5.
It seems perfectly fun. You even taste a little bit of it. It's delicious.
I'm gonna put my gigantic feet up on the table. Be like, "Hey, Grumpy, what's this?" Or, I think he just called him Grumpy. He doesn't remember his little name.
You called the gnome grumpy. He's fine with that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Give me a leg of that lamb.
Absolutely. And he brings you over a couple of legs, a full haunch of lamb, and it's perfect. It is cooked Like the best lamb you've ever seen. There's fruit, there's vegetables, there's meat, there's wine, there's beer, there's clear, clean water, there's milk and cream, there's coffee.
I noticed some roasted rabbit down there.
Yes. One of the other little gnomes runs over and brings you over a plate, and it is a perfectly presented tiny little rabbit. About the size of the plate. It is just, it's done almost like the pigs with like the apple in its mouth and, kind of like that, but it's a bunny rabbit.
I'm gonna stand up.
I hope this wasn't one of your ancestors.
I'm gonna grab the gnome. I'm gonna pick him up. Like, by the leg. Probably about to get zapped.
And Grundy's saying, Sir, no, sir.
It's just a joke.
I'm sorry, what's the matter, sir?
Get this out. I'm just gonna whack this plate.
It was a dumb bunny.
It's not a joke. It's very, very delicious.
You call me a dumb bunny? And I'm gonna... Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna chunk this gnome. I'm gonna throw the gnome.
Oh no.
Like, I'm normally not this mean, but... Arvastin is so nice, and I wanted to be so mean. I mean, I'm ticked that they're roasting rabbit right in front of me.
They roasted lambs and pigs and...
Yeah, but none of us are pig people.
You're living in, like, rural medieval times, essentially. Like, a lot of people eat bunnies.
But my guy's not cultured or...
Especially my guy.
This is like everything is like about him. So this is like a personal insult.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna drop kick the...
But the gnomes didn't do it.
You're drop
Chuckles McSkullface did it.
I'm gonna drop kick the gnome.
Get, like, excited. I'm gonna cast Charm Person on Bucky. To, like, calm him the heck down.
Okay. Go ahead and try.
You would have to make a
Am I not I'm not proficient in
wisdom save.
wisdom. I got a 5. I got a 9.
Alright, so you failed.
Okay.
And remember, what are the effects of Charm Person? God damn it! Brady cannot play a goddamn character without getting Charm Person.
This guy is just the best. This guy over here. They're gonna make me beat. I'm trying to roleplay someone else.
Yeah. Actually, I'm like seeing that them two are victoring. I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level, and I'm gonna charm Bucky and Pit Viper to get
Okay,
to
Pit Viper, you gotta make your save.
So you gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
Now we're gonna hug or something. What's good? Oh, you got 17.
17, so he resisted. And you know that I just tried to charm you.
What?
So it's not gonna work. I just need peace. It's been an awful day. And Bucky, I think it would be a wonderful idea if we just sat and ate.
Wiley.
The chicken is nice. You don't have to eat the rabbit.
So I guess I'm holding. I haven't drop kicked the gnome yet, and I'm just like, it's like, you just keep that rabbit, out of my face, you little freak. I'm gonna like.
Gideon's down there just watching.
You should sit
I'll
right
chill.
down very nicely.
I have expected Gideon to just like power kill me and be over with it. Like, pretty sure he's a vampire or a lich or something. You're right. I could relax. So I'll put the gnome down and I'll go back and eat my lamb or whatever.
And sit down and put my placemat over my.
Yes, everybody, have a seat. Continue to eat. Continue to feast, and yeah,
I just
you
pushed
can
my
have your.
plate away because I really just wanted to.
Just to screw with me.
You're actually a vegetarian.
No, it's not in the mood for rabbit right now.
But yeah, you can eat whatever you want to eat. It all tastes delicious. If anybody would like to make insight or perceptions or whatever you want, but feel free. Let me know if you want to do anything. But other than that, it's a feast.
I would
And
like to detect magic.
go ahead.
So that is lasts up to 10 minutes, and
Yeah.
I can detect the presence of magic within 30 feet.
Yes, it's all around you.
All right.
There are magical weapons on the walls. The table seems to be magic. Some of the plates seem to be magic. Both the clothes and the staff of Gideon seem to be magic. Something that Grundy is wearing seems to be magic. There's lots of magic in here.
And do I know? I can learn the school of magic at each one, so I can learn like if it's abjuration, conjuration.
Lots.
Lots.
Yeah,
all
there's
different
lots.
kinds. Okay.
Tell me exactly what you're looking at that you want to know.
So I'm kind of looking around at the setting, like the table setting, the food, seeing if this was a naturally prepared.
What is the summoning stuff? Is that evocation?
Evo.
So you-
Conjuration.
Conjuration. So you see conjuration and illusion
Okay.
on the table and the place settings,
Okay.
but both conjuration and illusion.
All right. So
Oh, I should have saved my soul magic. I mean, like,
All of it gone. We're like eating like garbage or something probably. For real. It's probably
I pick up
rock
just
yeah.
it's like a random like chicken leg and kind of start looking at it, and then I'm gonna ask the what's his name?
Who? The servant?
Not Grundy.
The master?
The master.
Gideon. Gideon Saltmarsh.
Alright. Gideon, this feast looks absolutely splendid. I can't wait to dig in.
We do like to eat well here at Saltmarsh Manor.
I must ask, it would be, just anything not to ask. What was the method for preparing this? Are your servants responsible for this wonderful meal, or
Yes.
some other method?
Yes, Grundy has brought many of his gnome family members from their clan to be our servants. I find gnomes to be lovely servants. They're more hardworking than humans, and they take up so little space.
Insight.
yeah, actually, it was the same thing.
22.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Bite the chicken.
It tastes like wonderful, beautiful chicken. Like it is absolutely like you want to start a franchise and sell this goddamn chicken.
Gnomes, chicken! These are quite pleasant. Gnomes you have here, Grundy especially, has been wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And all the little gnomes are like bowing and stuff, and they're cleaning up and bringing more food. And as you guys like put plates down, they like take them away and put fresh plates in front of you.
I asked the master how long he himself has been here, being the master of his mansion, and why the outside looks so awful.
That is one of the mysteries that I would like to know. Saltmarsh Manor has been in my family for generations, and I do not understand the grounds. I went out myself earlier, and I stepped in mud, and I saw cracks in my wall. I don't understand. And the ivy? I had the ivy cleared last week. I do not understand what is going on here. But this is Saltmarsh Manor. This is my home. I have lived here my whole life. My father has lived here, and my grandfathers, and Saltmarsh Manor, I believe it goes back more than 40 generations in my family.
I'm not inside on this man. 16.
Yeah, sounds completely believable. True.
I'm very skeptical of people I actually meet.
I understand there is a mystery to be solved here. Absolutely.
My apologies if I seem a little hostile to you.
My cousin means no offense. We're simply weary of travel, and we were transporting and escorting a shipment, and all of a sudden we lost the road, and as you said, we found ourselves in this disgusting water. It was everywhere. So we appreciate your hospitality, and
I understand being weary. I'm happy to feed you and to have cleaned you. When we have rooms prepared, lovely rooms prepared upstairs in the guest quarters for when you would like to rest.
wonderful.
And tomorrow morning we can come back downstairs, have breakfast, and maybe go outside and discover together what we can do.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you
absolutely wonderful.
You gotta spell slots, don't you?
Yeah, you're being so. Yeah,
Did you want to close the garage, Logan? Are you freezing to death? What? Oh, the computer? I'm sorry. Yeah, I will answer yes. I'm sorry. Should go through. All right. What else? You can talk to Gideon about a lot of things.
So we don't know anything is magical because he hasn't told anyone.
Yeah, Kyle knows.
So I'm gonna ask to be led to my room a little bit early, just because I am tired and want to rest.
Okay. You guys hear all this, so you see Kyle kind of looking around at everything. Logan's having this conversation with the master. You've heard everything. What's Bucky and God damn, I keep forgetting your name. Pit Viper.
Pit Viper. So, yeah, any kind of issue you got, no problem. We can handle it. Still have the guard dogs outside. 1, 2, down.
Guard dogs? I don't have guard dogs.
Oh yeah, Scruffy and Lumpkin, whatever, whatever.
Scruffy and I don't have guard dogs.
Fluffy and Snickers.
Show some respect, Bucky.
I'm so sorry, Sky. I'm still charmed.
I do love a man of action, or a bunny of action.
That's right. That's right. Mystery, no problem. They want to make me chief of police back home. Absolutely. I didn't want to bother with paperwork, but
I would be happy to recommend you to the local constabulary.
Oh yeah. Definitely a mystery solver over here.
Outstanding.
I've never been to school, but I got street smart, right? I don't need any of that nerd stuff. I don't need that. I just got my fists, my feet.
Bucky, I think that's quite enough.
Oh, okay. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you.
He can't escape it.
That sounds like a great idea.
So the gnomes have kind of lined up on the wall. They have napkins. They see that you're kind of done. Again, everything's been cleaned up, but there is still plenty of feast left if you wanted to eat. But Grundy says, I would be happy to take you to your rooms now, gentlemen.
I take a bottle of wine and start walking.
Okay. Is anyone going with him? Or?
I'll also take a bottle of wine and follow Grundy.
Okay. So he takes you out of the, I don't want to say north, but out of the top, right? So you're walking that way. To the other end of the dining table. You passed by Gideon. He stands up. He shakes each of your hands as you go by, and he says, have a pleasant evening. I will see you in the morning, and we will begin to try to solve what is going on. And Grundy takes you to a staircase, and you say, up here. And it's a nice staircase, and he takes you to an upstairs hallway, and along the upstairs hallway there is 4 rooms, and each of the rooms have been set up. They're really nice. Like, think of a nice hotel room. This is a really nice. This is a Westin. This is a, nicer than a Marriott. Big fluffy bed, big duvet already turned down for you. There's a little fireplace with a fire going.
Is there stuff to shoot you by the water?
Yes, there's bidets.
Bidet.
Oh, yeah.
Pit Viper.
Bidet.
No, you know that, man. Did you get
I
survival?
never realized
You got
that.
survival. That's the try. Alright.
I
You're missing that one.
I still
As
trust
as Grundy is walking me to my room, I'm gonna
You don't need no
stop him for a second.
That's what you should be.
Whatever it is, your question.
We can fix that.
How long have you been here working with your master Gideon?
My whole life.
Tracker.
Oh,
Right.
How old? Oh yeah, so, yeah.
Oh, maybe more than 60 years?
Oh,
As long as I can remember.
wonderful. Do you have any memories of life before living here?
No, I've always been at Salt Marsh Manor, and I probably always will.
Does it sound sad when you say that?
Cast detect magic again on Grundy, looking to detect if there's anything.
There's magic on him. His clothes aren't. There's something under his clothes that is magic. But his body, like his head, there's still you can tell.
It's super small, so I think Is he like this big?
No, bigger than that.
Like my computer big? Like big.
I think it's small. This is like small, right? This is like a halfling.
So halfling, he'd probably be like that.
Wow.
He's a little guy. And all the gnomes have been extra small.
So
They're from an extra small family.
I'm gonna try this before I walk away. I'm gonna just lean down. Actually, I'll get on a knee, touch him on the shoulder, and say, "You've been such a wonderful help, and it's a pleasure to meet someone with just
Okay.
Right here. Charm effects. I have like, yeah, ornaments, and then I go to bed.
Okay. He's very pleased with that. Thank you. All right, so everybody's in a room. I need to use the head.
Alright, performance.
Can you guys go to a long rest here?
Well, you guys tell me what you guys are doing. If you're going straight to bed, Patrick, if I squeeze by you.
I just don't trust them, so I
think it might be our background.
and I'm like, yeah, let's
Is it your background? That's maybe where you're performing from.
I know you may, but I just don't.
Abilities?
You can take shifts and I think so. Long rest.
Yeah.
Or unless it is.
No,
I believe like a long rest is like 2 jobs.
you should already do that.
I think it's abilities.
Yeah.
No, it's not your abilities. Where is your... Maybe the very first tab.
Look at this.
Soldiers.
There it is. You get,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I didn't even, when we first started the first battle, I kept like putting in my spells, so I just had spells from the,
Wait, did you got your spells figured out?
like, yeah.
Yeah, I chose
Went in,
like
I should-
I realized this is kind of useless here because I have produce flames and control flames.
Yeah.
Just like I don't need that.
you can change it.
Well, Produce Flame is like a fireball. Control Flame.
Yeah, but it also it does the same thing. It has the same effect. It's just you can also throw it. And
Oh,
it does damage.
Yeah.
So, because that's a Genasi thing.
Alright, cool. Never mind.
So
I didn't get the control
Get
flame.
your spells figured out.
Yeah.
Gunner's Mark is really good.
I did some of the beast.
Might do better.
Okay.
I got infestation, druidcraft, and minions.
It's really
That's whatever I wanted to do.
a lot more green flame blade.
But I also got
You can
you call for
sword burst. I'm just going to do all these things because now that we're all sharing,
So you can do like a scout. You can do like
Oh.
earth, like a
I want
scout.
to cast all of my spells.
Or,
right now,
all at the same time and just see what happens.
What?
or one of those dogs that you're fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah, like.
Oh, I left my computer unlocked. Use it
scouting.
over here.
I know.
Read
We
ahead.
know. We know that he's a vampire.
Alright, we'll go downstairs. We're gonna
I know. I was like, I'm gonna make a
Let's get
steak
off.
out of my bedpost. All right, let's get this over with. And when I go to my room, I'm gonna just sling my stuff like.
So that's what I would do.
That's pretty rad.
He's Batman. I'm gonna sling my crap all over the room and be like, hey, freak, go clean this up. And like, I'm gonna get let out in the hall to the gnomes to clean up my room because I just
Okay.
threw up my junk. And
Jumps.
Whatever you have that could be folded and stacked and set and yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey, and as he starts to leave, I'm like, hey, my tail itches. Get over here.
Yes, sir. You want to get your tail?
Sorry. I feel bad being a jerk to these little gnomes. But yeah, my tail, my little cottontail sticks out. It's not like
Mhm.
get up on my pants down. There you go. Fire. Alright. Good job, freak. Get out of here.
Good evening, sir. And there are little gnomes at each room if you guys need anything, if you want your stuff put away, if you want the fire stoked or maybe dampened.
I'm gonna do some push-ups and sit-ups and just go to sleep.
Before I go to sleep, I want to druidcraft some vines up the door as I close it to kind of.
Are you guys going to stay each in your individual rooms?
I'm gonna stay in my room and
Okay.
go to sleep.
I'm sleeping next to these hands over here.
no, I'm going into his room because I don't trust nobody in here.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna like keep watch.
Okay, so you're going into his room. Are you guys going to go talk to your bunny friend, or are you just going to leave him in his room by himself?
Yes, before
Friend,
I go,
loosely.
I briefly go to him like, hey, if you want, we're in this room. We're gonna switch taking watch if you want, but I don't know. I don't trust him myself. If you trust him, that's your choice. You can do what you want, man.
You want a bedtime story? Is that what you want? You need help sleeping? Because you need help with everything else. So I just
Don't get too cocky there.
just go be useless in your own room, and I want to get some rest after saving your butt all day. All right? How about That sound good to you? Huh?
That's when I pop my head out of my room and I'm all like, I got some leftover rabbit if you want some.
So you shut your mouth. I don't know who you are. Get the heck out of here. I think my guy's like a little bit afraid. Like the swagger kind of goes away a little bit talking to him, like because he's kind of like this unknown.
Hey,
guy.
Piper, what are you doing? You're all in your own individual rooms.
He's talking trash to me.
You hear them in the hallway.
And he just said something. He just poked his head in.
Okay.
Yeah, I closed the door after I
He's this
talk shit to
rabbit
him.
leg in your mouth.
And I pretty much start setting up little tripwires and stuff.
Okay. So you're staying in your own room, setting up. Okay. You're together. All right. Go ahead and click long rest for everybody. I will allow. What is the minimum long rest? I'm just gonna say we get it. I don't
So
care.
basically, my door is rigged to let me know if
I'm just saying that we get it.
So it said it's
I got like
extended downtime at least 8 hours long, during which the character sleeps for at least 6 and performs no more than 2 hours of light activity.
I'm okay with that.
Alright.
Go ahead and.
Wait, no one here uses a bow, right?
bow.
I actually,
Oh, wait.
I added a crossbow hand, so I can just go.
Never mind. Because I have a fire arrow, which I can enchant arrows.
I don't need weapons.
Did we level up now?
Yeah. Level 4!
No 6.
Wait, no, we're level 5.
Oh yeah, we're 5. So 6.
Are you at level 3? And you just
No.
like
No.
harder?
No levels up.
Wait, what?
I'd be overpowered if I was doing that.
All right. So you guys are gonna switch off watches.
Yeah.
What do you got on you that makes you at 18?
At 4 in the morning.
I had that
Who's on watch?
So what time do you start?
I believe that I would be because I would have went to bed first and I would have been taking the second watch. So
Okay.
Yeah.
4 a.m. I would guess. Like, I would think I would take over after him at like 2 a.m.
Are you in the room or the hallway?
In the room. And I would like basically set it up like
I don't really have any
vines, like kind of at the base of the door going up to keep the door like so I know like if someone's trying to like just push the door open.
And I don't use weapons. I don't have weapons around.
But I'm in the room.
So
Don't eat me. Don't eat me.
you hear steps outside your door.
Who's there? Grundy, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Is this
Open
something
up.
you need?
Yes, we need to talk.
I'll just fit the vines and crack the door a little bit.
All right.
Clutching my night robe and yes, Grundy, what can I help you with?
Roll a strength check.
A strength check?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this
God damn it.
character, like after he got out of the bath, would like
Like Glum is about to bowl me over.
like a woman would.
Come on, baby.
How's your hair on that day?
Alright, that's a 7 plus, let me see, plus 0. So,
Probably hung up all his clothes.
The door smashes open and knocks you back. And two big. So Grundy's there, but he's kind of like to the side, and these two big half-orc thugs like barrel their way in. Did you guys lock your doors? Well, they would have keys anyway. So
My door's probably open because my guy is.
Mine's rigged.
your doors open at the same time. So everyone's doors open. They actually open your door too, but you're not in there. So everyone's doors open at the same time, and everyone has two half-orcs barreling into their room. But you go first. So you guys can each roll initiative at disadvantage
Because we're asleep.
because you're asleep. To like just to find out if you notice and get up. And you get a free action as the orcs enter your room because you were awakened instead of watch. You can yell, you can fight.
Yeah, at disadvantage. Twice. Because we're asleep.
Oh shit.
So I am going to immediately
Roll it twice.
cast Conjure Animals
Everyone remember their initiative. What are you doing?
Casting conjure animals.
We should stay in the same room.
And I want to conjure two brown bears
Okay.
right there in the room to face off with these orcs.
They'll do the same initiative as you. And please have their stats ready.
I have them.
Okay. So you get. That was your action to summon those two brown bears. Are you going to do any movement or bonus actions?
So let's see.
Yeah, they might
I'm gonna
actually
instruct both bears to attack these creatures. To attack these orcs.
Can they attack them around their summon?
When you cast a spell, choose summon a creature. Yeah, they take their own initiative order, so they're basically they share or they take their own initiative order.
I'm going to play them on your initiative, but I will let them have
Gotcha.
an attack now since they can do that.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna.
You got two
multi-attack.
thugs.
Each bear is gonna multi-attack of their own.
Okay.
So bear number one at 20. So that's 26 to hit. Mm-hmm. So he gets two attacks. That's gonna be for the bite on the first orc. And you want me to roll damage first, or do we roll both attacks?
Roll your attacks and roll damage.
Okay. So and then that's a 19 on the second attack. Do both of those hit?
Yes.
Okay. So, 8.
Do
8. So, the first bite attack, he takes 11 points of damage, and then on the claw, he takes. Oh crap, 2d6.
Bless you.
10 points of slashing damage, and then the second bear is going to take his multi attack. Ew.
Different animal, same different
This
thug
is the
or
second
same
bear.
thug? Second bear, second thug.
Second bear, second thug. The first one is 12 to hit on the multi attack. The bite attack.
Got him.
Okay, and then it is 9 to hit.
No.
Alright, so just the bite. And that is it was 10 points of piercing damage on the bite.
Okay.
Second one.
What do these bears look like? Are they like fiery or red or cyan or something? Or are they just like...
Oh, these are just standard brown bears. They're,
I'm just saying, do your summons have like a special like look?
they can, but on this, in this moment, because of the, really quick, I drew from, my natural, druidic training, and just, as I'm falling back, summoned these two animals that were just, this is something that I learned, very early on in my training, so it's a really,
Just like a
really
reflex.
simple reflex, yeah.
You can do it in your sleep all the time.
Yeah, basically did it in my sleep.
Give me one sec here. Okay, and what was your initiative?
20. That's what disadvantage. Well, the rabbits they had their proficiency.
And what is yours?
11.
11.
Yeah.
And Logan. Okay, so we went with you. We're going to call you 21. And it is now you. You've got two thugs that just burst into your room. They're big, giant, burly half-orcs.
They hit the traps, right?
Did you set up traps or just tripwires to give you notifications? Like, what did you do? Do you have a set traps? What do they do?
That's tripwires. So.
Okay. So you're awake, which is why your initiative is so high. So you would come right away, like you're bouncing out of bed, They're right in front of you.
Probably as they tripped all over the wires. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what I can see here. I think I want to. If I summon a beast, can I summon those dogs?
Yeah, and lightning bolt. But like, yeah.
What is summon beast? I don't know it.
Summon beast.
And then
So
there's.
you call forward a bestial spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range.
And if they're
This corporal form uses the bestial spirit stat block. When you cast a spell, choose an environment: air, land, or water. The creature resembles an animal of your choice that is native to the chosen environment, which determines certain traits in its stat block. The
Okay.
creature disappears when
You can make them look like those hellhounds. I mean, you can make them look like almost anything you want that's not like a fantastical creature you read about in a book. So any animal that you've seen, you can make this look like. That doesn't change its stats
Yeah. Because
as a bestial spirit.
its stats. Yeah, I can see its stats right here. So it's land, obviously. I hit the cast button, right?
Okay. Yeah, that just means you can do it.
Just to use, like, because you only have so many you can do per day.
Yeah,
So
I
you
have
just take it off, and then that way you can just remember. So yeah,
basically I
just
see
use
6
one.
tiny
that right there.
Yeah, you're just showing you use
one
first.
at a time.
Yeah.
And
So you got a bestial spirit. It's small, so it's not like as big as those hellhounds downstairs, but it looks just like the hellhound, but it's a normal dog-sized creature, and it is right next to you, and it shares initiative with you, and it goes immediately after you, so you can do.
I can do whatever
Yeah.
I want. And then it takes its turn, right?
Yeah.
Well, you did an action to cast it, so you can still do a bonus action and a movement, and then he does his thing.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's just an action.
you can use that to hit, and then
I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Oh, you've already done your action.
this is
to
his
cast a spell.
bonus. Because this is like 2 weapon fighting, so he can use his bonus action to do like a weak hit with his 2 weapon fighting.
Even if you cast a spell? I know 2-weapon fighting, you can take a weak-handed attack after you took a strong-handed attack.
Oh yeah, I actually I don't know if you have to follow it with a strong. So yeah, we can look that up after your turn. But your wolf hellhound connect can definitely
Yes.
go.
And if you have anything in your bonus action, like another spell or a reaction or something that might buff your next attack, like gaining advantage or something, I don't know what your bonus action is.
Bonus action is 2 weapon fighting.
So if you click on your bonus action, it'll tell you that, because I think I have 2 weapon fighting too. When you take the attack action, so you have to attack as an action in order to use the second. In order to use the second attack as your bonus action. But basically, if you attack as your action, then you can bonus action attack again. But if you cast a spell as your action, then that's your
So you can move and bonus action.
Yeah.
And then you have your beast.
And here's what you need. So this is this plus plus 1. Yeah, so this plus 1, and then here's your damage if you hit.
So what level did you cast this as?
2.
Makes a number of attacks equal to the half of this spell's level rounded down. So he has 1 attack.
Yeah.
But as you buff him, and this is going to get dangerous. You you cast him at higher levels, he could have 3, 4 attacks per round.
Well, he only has +1 to hit right now. So yeah, he attacks right now. Like right when you summon him, he comes out and attacks.
Yeah, so he can attack.
So you do that and you add +1 because it's based upon your wisdom. 9. That sucks.
He misses. What was interesting though is as you summon this hellhound, of the 2 half-orcs, one of them looked at it and said, "Rah!" at you, and just charged straight at the hellhound. The other one looked at the hellhound and looked at you and freaked the F out. And he has turned and ran out into the hallway.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he knows that there were hellhounds outside, and he knows who was casting those hellhounds. And now he's wondering who the F you are. And you spooked the key roll really low.
So, but Gideon was confused about the hellhounds, right? When we talked about.
He said he was.
Yeah, he said he was. So maybe someone was trying to protect the house from the half-orc.
Wait, hold up. You said little gnome was with the orcs?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's with them?
Yeah, Grundy's with him. In your room, you guys wouldn't know that yet.
That little son of a gun. I should have punted him through the window. Grundy, how could you? Cleaned in
And as that guy runs out of your room, Grundy's like, "What? No! Get in there!"
Yeah.
And it is now. Let's see. You went. It is Thugay. All right. And that's the one who did the big damage to the thug.
That was
You
my
did.
bear.
Your bear did. Okay, so he is going to attack your bear.
Alright.
Burr.
Don't hurt my bear.
16
Oh yeah.
and 6.
Both hits.
So both
Oh
hit?
wait, oh no, sorry. 6 misses.
Okay.
I'm about to say, hold
And
on.
damage.
Wait, if they move past your bear, if they
They're
throw the
both gonna
bear.
attack if they move past the bear.
8 damage to your bear.
Oh no, bear.
Did he actually kill it or no?
No.
Okay. Alright, so he attacked your bear with a mace, just BAH! Bear! Next thug, who was also in your room and took some other damage from the bear, he's hitting the other bear.
Do you need the bear stats? Do you need me to?
I'll just tell you.
Okay, I'll keep up with it on paper.
20 and 19. I'm assuming that's 2 hits on the bear.
Yep. Is that bear 2 or bear 1?
Bear 2.
Okay.
I don't have to
12 points of damage to bear 2.
Oh.
Is he dead?
Yeah. Well, you
Not
can
dead.
tell the
Okay.
dodge too. Like,
They each have 34.
yeah, they like.
Alright, Thug
when it
C
does dodge, it's like all attacks
and
against it.
Thug E actually just ran into Logan's room and are like,
You're on the flank. So
Oh,
you can
yeah.
put a dog behind
4
you.
in our room now?
You
No.
can, like, concern attack.
Okay.
they ran into the room that he wasn't in. So 2 of them have run into an empty room,
Okay.
and they've lost a
Yeah,
turn.
yeah, and you can move around behind.
Confusion.
Who casts confusion on those two?
And now we are at, we got 13.
What happened?
So there were 2 thugs per room. They all went in at the same time. This was a planned
Yeah,
thing. They
yeah.
were gonna get you guys in your sleep and trap you. But Logan wasn't in his room, so 2 thugs just kind of burst into his room and are like, "What?"
So it's good that I don't trust you more.
What's weird that the gnomes didn't like relay that. You know?
All right, 13. Who's 13?
I have a 20.
Is that you?
I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I'm confused. Cause he had a 20, I had a 13.
I thought you had a 20.
11.
No, I had 11.
So he should have went.
He played your turn. That's why I played him. I apologize. I will go back to you. Yeah. That's why I played like, oh, the tripwire gave you really good initiative. You know?
As long as I go before the orcs in my room.
Yeah.
You are going to go before your orcs in your room. So what did you roll? An 11?
Yeah.
Okay. So then right now it's Logan's turn, and then you can play his initiative at 11, which is right before
That's
the orcs in
fine.
your room.
That's fine.
I apologize. I got you guys. I crossed the beams.
Yeah.
So am I awake now? I
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, 2 orcs burst into your room, and 2 giant bears were summoned. I mean, I know you sleep through your Alexa now, so I don't know how you want to play your character, but I will let you be awake if you'd like.
I also screamed like a little, like,
Yeah. Scream, 2 bears, orcs yelling, bears growling. You tell me, man.
You were more like,
Yeah, just lean into that.
you
I want to see
sounded like
more
an
of that.
old woman getting stoned.
it was followed by this, like, druidic incantation to conjure these bears.
No, you're like,
All right, what you doing, Lo?
Scary and powerful.
You should have been getting ready, dude. Sorry to dad you.
I will. I'm deciding to use.
Handle your business.
Wipe the sleep out of your ass.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I dare. I will use.
Help.
Yes. Lightning lure.
Lightning lure.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to make a strength saving.
I have to make it one of the guys. There's 2 of them. Which
I'll
one?
Go for the one who hit the bear hardest.
The one who hit the hardest. Okay, Thug B.
can I get one of these waters, Kyle?
Oh, show.
What do I have to do? Strength saving throw? What's my difficulty? 14. Oh no, I rolled a 3.
Awesome. So first, so basically, I blow for seconds. Basically, a central of red lightning goes out to him, grabs
Okay.
him, pulls him 10 feet in.
Okay.
Is he now within 5 feet of me?
He was already within 10 feet of you, so I mean, he pulls you right to you.
So
He's right in front of you.
Oh, this is weird. You're still, like, in the bed, so it's just like...
Yeah, yes. Come here, you big strong man.
Get over here. You smell funny.
I didn't sign up for this.
So it'll do
Some snuggle.
2d8 plus 1d8 since he's now 5 feet away from me.
Cousin, this isn't the time for that.
8,
17 damage total?
Yes.
Okay. You just, yeah, the red light hits him and crackles all around him, and he's like you absolutely cooked the crap out of him, but he's not dead.
I'm helping, cousin. This is not what it looks like.
He looks
I promise.
really, really hurt. All right,
The spell.
is that all you're doing?
Since I'm not moving, can I do another check?
No.
Could I go back to bed and imagine that I...
Yeah, you could absolutely go back to bed.
But... Nah.
Okay. All right,
Wait,
Bugsy.
Alright, I pop up in bed. I've got these like tiny like underwear on, you know, that's like all I'm wearing.
He's got underoos.
It says I have like my name sewn into it. You know?
He's got tiny whiteies with Bugsy on it. Not
But yeah,
Bucky.
I just pop up, you know, I'm ready to go. And
I'm the greatest.
I'm gonna jump off the bed just like right at this guy. Just like,
So instead of 1,
I think I'm dreaming. So I'll use flurry of blows.
so double damage and... Yeah.
15, 19,
So the fireball
18,
hits.
18.
It's gonna hit anyway.
Okay, everything 15, 19, 18, 18, all those hit.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, but it's like, it will take a sorcery point, which I have.
5, 9, 12.
Sorcery points do I have?
12 plus 16 is 28.
Okay. Jesus, you. Are there any rules like if you take massive amounts of damage so quickly that it's such a high percentage that like you have to save versus anything?
Yeah. If you take
You just took like 98% of his hit points at once. I'm gonna hang on.
Yeah,
He rolled a natural 20, so he's still in to win it. He's like you just kicked the shit out of him, but he is still there ready.
Nice. It's like gonna be a wisdom saving throw. He's like, I should probably get the hell out of here. This guy, this money means business.
And is that your move?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. And it is that guy's turn now. And he is going to take a swing at you. 23.
Against me.
Yep, and 18.
It hits. No, I got 18 AC.
So tie goes to me or
Yeah,
you?
no, yeah. Ties always go to whoever's rolling. As far as I
Okay.
understand.
I always thought tie went to the defender. I've always DM'd as tie to the defender, but I want you guys
Tie
to
goes
know
to
the
the
rules.
dice.
Tie goes to the dice. Okay.
So whoever's rolling the dice wins the tie.
Okay.
It's an attacker save.
All right. So then we got 2 hits.
I deserve it.
I'm just going to play the base damage or the median damage so we can move on here. 10 points of damage.
Okay. I like jumped onto their weapons pretty much, so their
I mean, you
weapons
kicked
are
the
out.
crap out of that one guy.
Do we hear like a money like?
And his friend next to him is also going to swing at you.
Do you make
13
I
and
haven't
8.
quite-
So he misses. He's trying to get around his friend who's like right in front of you, and you guys are just trading blows. And he's like, he is not able to get a hit on you.
Nice.
I wish he'd roll a 1. He's his friend.
All right, and then Thug D and Thug F are the ones that ran into Logan's room.
Can you sorry, the one I hit, he needs to save to make 2 DC 14 reflex saves.
Okay. 18. Ooh, 5.
Okay, so he's knocked prone.
Okay.
I guess I didn't really know.
But we just played him kicking the shit out of you.
That's true.
Maybe
My bad. I mean, he can just stand up.
We'll say he is now prone. After all that, we'll say prone is the effect. Like he rolled that 20, so he stayed in it and knocked the crap out of you. But then it just sort of hit him at the end of this round. He just sort of like collapsed. He went from 32 to 4 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, with you just like. All right, the other 2 are they've lost a round. They're running back into the hallway, and you hear Grundy saying, "Get in there! What are you doing?" And they're like, "There's no one in there, boss." So they're in the hallway.
Cool.
And it is who's first? You were first, right?
Yeah.
Kyle.
Alright, I want to cast a flaming spear into the hallway, right where the orcs just walked.
Well, you're in your room
I'm in my room.
with the bears and everybody. Like it's you and your buddy and 2 bears and 2 half orcs.
Okay.
So you could kind of see Grundy and you could kind of hear him in the hallway, but
Oh yeah.
it would take a lot of work for you to get to the hallway.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm right on Grundy.
There's a lot of shit in your room.
Yeah. So
Doesn't your bears take your concentration?
the
I don't want to roll as lawyer you, but I think
yeah.
so. You can only concentrate one at a time, so you'll lose the bears if you do the flaming sphere.
But the bears are kicking ass.
That's true.
The bears are in it to win it. Just to let you know from the damage here. So
I'll leave the bears.
I would keep the bears for another round.
I will
Yeah. So
instead.
there's now 2 bears by the
So
door.
yeah, you can only concentrate on one
Yeah.
one spell.
All right, so you're just gonna sit there and kind of focus on your bears, and the bears are gonna attack.
So I can still cast a non-concentration spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use that.
all of your stuff is actual concentration. So you can't do Hunter's Mark and some of these. If you do Hunter's Mark,
So Logan, get your turn ready.
I'm gonna scorching ray at Grundy.
No, they keep.
You're gonna scorching ray at Grundy. It's a non-concentration.
Yeah. non-concentration.
I'll let you do it, but you'll have to roll at disadvantage because again, you're casting scorching ray through an occupied space at a partially obscured target.
It's 2 hits, right?
All right.
So if you want to do it, I'll absolutely let you.
Is this because of is he having cover or?
So you like one
Yeah,
of your
well, it's
swords.
both. It's the spaces between you and him are occupied, and he has partial cover. So I'm calling that as disadvantage.
So you have 30.
Because I was gonna say I do like
Like you're off.
my feat that I took
So
was
basically, you roll 3 times, but one of them won't
sharpshooter, like spellcasting sharpshooter. So I ignore
Once you
half
both
cover
plus one.
for ranged attacks.
But yeah, 2 will
But
two
if
will
this is
have
because of
bonus.
being in
It's
melee,
both, yeah.
So you roll that twice and then the rest.
Imagine being in a hotel room with 2 half-orcs and 2 bears, and there's a gnome kind of near the door.
So I rolled, let's see, 14 and 14
Yes.
to hit Grundy. Cool. So he takes 5 points of fire damage.
Man, that's interesting. I don't know that this game anticipated that. Let me see this here.
Oh, attacking Grundy?
So, Grundy screams. You guys hear Grundy go, "Ah!" He's patting himself out, and he's like, "Stop, coming, roll! Stop, coming, roll! Stop, coming, roll!" He is freaking out.
You should not have crossed me, Grundy. And then I will, instruct my bears to keep attacking. They're going to multi-attack.
Okay?
Oh, another natural 20 on bear 1.
Okay. That Thug A only has 11 hit points, so let's just assume that bear... How do you want that Thug to die?
So, the bear slashes across his chest, and then the bite attack, he bites right at his neck, and snatches his head off of his shoulders.
Oh, and that Thug...
Thug A, out of the picture.
Thug A is out of the picture.
So,
Yes.
Thug B, okay, so the other bear
There's still a bear can hit... Oh, yeah. Bear's in melee with him.
Would he be considered in melee with Sky? So he would
Yes, you'd have advantage, because you're on either side of him.
So multi-attack and... So the first one was 19 to hit. And then second one... 17.
Yeah, you hit him.
Alright, and then let's see.
What's your minimum damage? Is it more than 5?
Yes.
Yes.
It is, no, it is
How do you want
5.
this to end?
5 for each. So this one I imagine the bear bites at his ankle to pull him off the bed, and then once he snatches him off the bed, he breaks his claw across his back, just tearing open the back of him.
So Logan, you just see this guy's face go horrified for a second, and he just goes, "Wah!" and gets pulled away from you, and this bear just absolutely mutilates him right there on the floor of a very nice hotel room.
Yep.
Hey, that's why we got my room. It's very nice though.
Okay, and it is... Brady, would you like to take your proper place in initiative again, or do you want to keep playing? Okay. Pit Viper!
So the one ran out, right? Because he's scared.
One of them ran away, and one of them is right there facing you. And you didn't do any damage last turn, did you?
No, I thought he was going after the dog, wasn't he?
One of them.
Well, he doesn't care about the dog. Like, he's just like, whatever, you know. The other guy bailed.
Okay.
So it's my turn now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Alright, so I get 2 scimitars. One's a +1.
Oh, yeah, so you get your 2 attacks. Well, plus you have so you get 2 attack actions, right? Or 2 attacks in your attack action.
Yeah, and then
Plus 2 upping fighting, so you get a weak attack. So you get 2 strong attacks, a weak attack, and a dog attack this round.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll that one twice. Your good sword twice, and then your bad sword once.
And you have to hit an 11, so just tell me everything. How many hits are above 11?
You're rolling terrible. You got a 3 and a 4. Okay, now
okay.
your bad sword.
Let's get like a natural.
Wait, so if you, if we can retcon a little, if he sends his dog around to the rear.
Well, I have plus, so I'm doing so I get 9 plus 10 plus 9.
Well, that's like these are deciding if you hit or miss, and you've got to get
Gotta roll
at least
at least
11. But like if he sends his dog around to flank,
I thought they
will he have
add up.
advantage?
They don't add up.
They don't add up. No, I will allow that. I think that is a perfectly reasonable move. Let's just pretend those attacks never happened. You can move your dog to the other side of that one guy, and now roll again. Those 3 attacks with advantage. Do you remember how to roll advantage?
Yeah, just do it again.
Or twice.
Yeah, but twice, and take the highest.
keep some physical dice over there, man.
I don't know, just
Beyond is not treating. Oh,
Maybe,
never mind.
It's like, oh yeah,
I take it back.
Take it all back.
21, right? Take the highest.
21. What's the next one?
A 10.
That's the highest of 2.
Rolling
21
it.
was.
So you roll, well, yeah, so roll 2. Okay, because that's your first. Your first
attack
is
hits.
done.
First attack is done. Now roll twice again and take the highest.
Yeah.
Okay. That will do.
So that's good. 13 hits.
Okay, so
you
21, 13, and then what's your weak attack?
Yeah, now do your regular. Now do your regular scimitar.
That one.
And that's still advantaged. The weakness is just
You're
damage.
good. So you're
You got
good.
3 hits?
That hits. 3
Okay,
hits.
3 hits. Roll me damage.
Damage is. Uh,
11. Total?
11
For 3
plus,
scimitar hits?
How many times I get
9. Yeah, that's it. This is for each scimitar.
Oh, that's
Okay.
And then each one, you're gonna add, you gotta 2 and then 3, so.
And it's a finesse, so it's either your dexterity or
18.
strength.
So, yeah, it's 18.
Because you add should be the dex bonus for
Alright, so 18 total.
Yeah,
And
and
that
now
cuts
your
the
dog.
crap out
Roll
of it.
your
Yeah,
dog.
roll your dog
Your
attack.
dog is +1 to hit. 14.
Roll your
Okay.
dog damage.
He is 1d8.
Plus 1.
oh damage.
4. So 22 total?
Yeah.
22 total. Yeah, kicks the shit out of him. I mean, you absolutely slice, big dog bites him on the ass. Ah! But he's still in it.
for now.
Alright, next. That guy's dead. That guy's dead. Alright, that guy is the guy that you just sliced up. And let me see here. I'm going to give him a 50-50 shot between you and the dog. Who does he want to hit the most? Oh, he's going after you. And he is going to swing twice with his mace right as your dog bites him in the ass. He's like, God damn it! And he's going to swing his mace at you. And that he really swung it with vigor. But he rolled an 8.
Swing and a miss.
And a natural 20.
Oh,
Alright, so he does hit with a natural 20, which is just double damage, right?
double dice.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
14 damage. And on the backswing with his mace, he just clangs you right on the side of your head. Just dang!
As you like laugh at the miss, it's like
How many points?
14.
ow.
Alright, he's running, and it is Bucky. And you are faced with the guy who is collapsed on the floor. He's still alive, but he's just sort of like, he's trying to get he's trying to get back up and get back in the fight, but he's really dazed.
So I'm gonna roll a lot, and if he dies, I want to redirect the rest of my attacks to the other.
You tell me what you're allowed to do.
Those all hit.
Okay?
I mean, naturally they're all above 11. I'm
I
rolling.
mean, if anything is above 4 damage, you can kill him.
It's a very, very humble.
Oh yeah, so I have +4. Okay.
So just, how do you want it to die? How do you
So-
want it to die?
So the one I knocked over, I'm just gonna like look his buddy in the eye and just stomp with my giant rabbit foot on his head.
Okay, we'll call that one of your attacks, and you can redirect the other 2.
Smush him in the head, and then I want to flurry of blows, and I want to do 6. Oh, that's terrible. 6, 7, plus 3, 19 damage, and he makes a DC 14.
Just so you
He rolled a 1.
Alicia's fans are now immortalized on Twitch.
Oh, they are? Alright, just delete the.
Is someone recording
Throw
this?
that out there.
So he's stunned.
Okay, and stun means like he's knocked out, like he can't take an
Just
action next
basically
turn.
skips his turn. All attacks against him have disadvantage.
Alright, so you just like,
advantage.
and he's
Yeah, I stomp
on
on
the
his
ground.
buddy's head, and then I'm like
concussed.
throat punch. Yeah, the next guy. Like finish you. I'm using a bunch of my key though.
All right, and it is 11. Who was 11?
How about 13?
Who was 11? You were.
It was really
It's actually Pit Viper.
Oh, God, I keep getting. I am so sorry, guys. That is bad DMing. It is your turn, Logan. But it was your turn when Bucky went. But you guys are in different rooms, so. And your two guys are dead. Like, there's nothing to do in your room. I guess you can run in the hallway now, if you want to.
So I can see his note, right?
You can see that now he's on the ground. Stop down my roll! Stop it!
Burn that little.
Burn, baby, burn.
He's screaming, no, don't, please stop!
So I take out one of my daggers.
Mhm.
Can I just roll, like run over and grab him and like put the dagger to his throat?
Sure.
I do that.
Okay. Please no, don't, I'll do whatever you want, please no!
And yeah.
What do you tell him to do?
I tell him what are these orcs, these monsters.
You're gonna start questioning him while all the fighting's going on? Okay.
Ew, you.
Good,
I've
like,
seen it. I've
maybe
seen
tell him
it.
you stop.
Actually, I call out your men now.
Stop! Stop! Everybody stop! Alright, I'm gonna give. Who are the two guys that are left? One's knocked out, he can't decide. The two in the hallway. One of them stops, like he puts his hands down beside him, and one of them steps towards you, and he's gonna try to save the gnome. So your action was move, grapple, and I just let you do it because the gnome is not going to resist anybody. Like, he does not fight. He like, you got him. But are you going to, like, kill him, or are you going to try to step back in the room? What are you doing?
I step back and I press the knife a little.
And I'll say, no, you fool, stop! That guy's coming at you.
So
He thinks he's a freaking hero.
so the gnome in one
Yeah.
arm. I take the knife and like try to slash at it, I guess, like to keep
Okay.
him away from me.
So you're going to try to dagger attack the...
Well, wait, I keep forgetting. I can use my magic without you having to use a weapon to use it now. Alright, cool.
But you have to have a free hand.
Yeah, you're holding it, you're grappling, and
Not for verbal spells.
Okay.
do you have a verbal only? What is it?
Let's see.
I'm not trying to rules lawyer you.
No, we should all play by the. I don't want us to like secretly buff all of our
Yes, you
moves.
are. Killjoy. I know. I'll just get off camera.
There's enough cool stuff in D&D that we should
I think this is
try to stay inside the rails mostly.
So, what's S mean? Sorry.
Somatic, that is the movement of your hands.
Alright.
shoot fireballs.
I just don't. What is D?
I don't worry about any of the other ones like D and M, which is like material, and I care about V and S, which means you have to wave your hands and you have to say something.
Then I will use lightning lure. That's the only verbal one I can use.
Okay.
Which is the
Okay. Tell me what it does. What do you have to roll a?
It's the strength.
Okay. I have to roll strength.
This is your snuggle spell, right?
Snuggle time.
Here.
Yeah, he does not make a saving throw. Barely, but he doesn't make it.
Okay, cool. I do. What is it? So he's in 5 feet of me, alright.
He is immediately in front of you. He was right there with you, so you just pulled him to like, give me a kiss level.
7, 7, 8, 14, 22. Yeah.
22?
Yeah.
Oh.
And wait, hold on, sorry. And I will use one of my sorcerer points to double that. It's an action called Twin Spell. So basically, it just doubles the spell. And now it's 2.
Okay. Is it a reaction? Can you have chosen that ahead of time? What is
Yeah.
that?
I should have told you before, but yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure. We'll just So he's cooked. Like he yanks him towards you, and he's like, and he is like fully fried, like it smells bad, and he collapses in front of you.
Yeah, so you took like 44
Yeah,
damage.
and the other one's like this.
Yeah, twin spell is nasty.
It's just like, oh yeah, it's all.
So the other one's turn.
Get twinned your lightning bolt.
Oh, that. Yes, I was
The
thinking.
next one's turn is the one that's in front of you, so he's stunned. And the other one's turn is the one that's in the hallway that says, I didn't do it, man. I'm cool.
So where's
Don't hurt the gnome.
Where's the two that went to your room?
Those are in the hallway. He just cooked one, and the other one surrendered because he was threatening the gnome.
And you're fighting the other two.
The ones that originally
He
came
killed
in
the,
the room?
yeah, they killed those guys already with the bears. Those bears are murderous.
Dang, we were
Um,
working on this bear.
10 and
Yeah, yours are like really powerful.
I didn't think a sorcerer would be this powerful.
You still have 2 left in your room. No, you have 1 in your room, and 1 is at the far end of the hallway, and he's running.
Like, past me already?
Oh yeah.
He's at the other end of the hallway, so he's going you hear stepping down the stairs, like he's out.
He saw something and he shit his pants and now he's gonna go clean himself.
And it is back to you,
Right.
but there's no one in your room.
No one in my room. I'm gonna go out to the hallway and look down or see my cousin holding
Yeah.
this gnome. And
A fried half orc in front of him, and the other one saying, "Don't hurt the boss."
in the hallway, do I see another orc?
No,
No. Okay.
you still hear fighting coming from his room.
So I'm gonna head that way and have the bears follow behind me.
Okay,
How far-
you get
How
that.
far am I away?
Just like a hotel room, so I mean, you'd be moving maybe 10 feet, 15 feet down to the doorway.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
4 rooms is like.
Cool. So, in terms of like the width of the hallway, would I need to let the bears go in front of me?
Yeah, you all 3 couldn't walk side by side down the hallway. That'd be a big ass hallway.
I'm gonna like have my bears like a posse, like they're gonna bodyguard, like walk in front of me.
Okay, so the bears are going in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enter in the room. Yeah. So how do they? When they enter the room, are they?
Just because of movement that we're talking about here, out of the room, down the hall, in the room, I will let you have 1 bear come into the room
Yeah.
and attack behind the thug at an advantage, because the thug is facing him, engaged in combat. So you may have 1 bear come up behind him
The
and
bears
attack
have
at advantage.
a speed of 40 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just because, I mean, they all have to go through the doorway, and the other bear's behind him, and yeah.
because it's like closed in.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I'll make 1 bear can attack the orc that's
Yes.
carrying him. and
At advantage, because
at
you're now
advantage.
flanking him.
That's 22
Yes.
and
And I'll already tell you, just tell me how he dies, because he's only got 10 hit points left.
all right. So
Come on, you selfish.
So imagine the bear is just like coming out of this like darkened doorway, so all that Pit Viper receives is just like enormous brown bear head dip into his room, bite at the back of the orc, and snatch him out to the hallway, so he just sees the last thing he sees is this orc fly out.
The
So
orc's
his
like
room,
right in front of you fighting, and you see him.
they go flying out to the dark hallway. And that's yeah.
There you go. And that's that scene. So we are at. You're holding Grundy.
What about my stunned one? Is he just
You can do whatever you want. He's stunned.
Oh, my other bear goes and kills
You can
that
kill
one.
him. You can.
I'd like to very gently remove his spine. It's like I just want to like grab his spine like.
I'm gonna have to go to all my encounters and buff them for the next session.
from the- no, it's hard on paper. It's like, oh, that's gonna be hard.
This is gonna kill them.
Yeah, no, I feel your pain. I'm gonna like remove his head with this spine attached in Mortal Kombat style. I watched all the Mortal Kombat fatalities the other day, so they bring the world.
You could just nicely crack his neck and walk away, or you could tie him up. I mean, depending on what kind of character you are.
I already had this whole awesome thing, like how that work was
I
gonna
know, one of yours ran off. So we don't don't hear or see the one that ran off.
No, he ran down the stairs. He's gone. Matter of fact, at this point, you guys as players would not know this, but your characters would know this. But players, like he ran out the front door and he's off into the swamp. The ghouls are probably gonna get him.
And I don't know the gnomes are behind us at all. But I see. Oh wait, all our rooms are adjacent.
Yeah, and the doors are open, so you guys can hear stuff now, and you can kind of, if you walk down into the hallway, because initiative is over. So he's got Grundy tied up, and Grundy is like, "I'm sorry." He's kind of smoking, and his outfit looks a little singed, and I'm sorry. He made me do it. What made you do it? The master made me do it. This is what we do. We take travelers.
Where is he?
The master is in his study. You should escape. I know he's in his study. You can escape now. Run while you can.
Oh, produce flame and show me to the master.
I wouldn't go find him if I were you. The master is powerful.
Yeah. Tell that to this guy. I'm gonna hold up the orc's head with the spine coming out.
Those are just stupid thugs that we paid to waylay travelers. They have nothing on the master.
Explains why that one ran off.
I'm gonna kick the side of the house with my big rabbit foot, just as hard as I can.
You don't know the master is darkest evil. He is a power like you don't understand.
Get down here, Baldy. Come here. And I'm just banging on the side of the house.
Where you?
Stop! The master, no!
Is there light in the halls? How?
Yeah, it's there. There's nice oil lanterns that have been in every room that you've been in.
So I'm gonna control flame, or actually no, I'm gonna druidcraft and snuff out all of the lights in the hallway instantaneously.
Okay.
And then look down at Grundy and say, "We are powerful."
The master has supernatural allies you don't understand. We take travelers to feed to the master's offspring. The master has made a deal with dark powers that has taken his entire realm to another dimension. Within this dimension, he has all power, except for the dark powers. No one can hurt the master.
We'll find out. We'll see. Come on. He hasn't faced the 2-time tavern brawling champion of all of Waterdeep, where I'm from.
And I'm just gonna.
So he's terrified, but he's going to tell you a few things. He's going to tell you that, again, Lord Saltmarsh is a dark, evil, powerful man and a wizard, and he has made a deal with even more dark, evil, and powerful creatures. And he is deathly afraid, and he will not go with you. He would rather you kill him in this hallway, but he will tell you that the master made the deal because his wife was dying in childbirth. And so he ran to his study and he cast a dark spell asking for his wife to be saved and for his child to be saved. And he was granted the wish, kind of. His wife is still to be found in the building, and so is his child. And when Grundy tells you this, he says, "Don't ever go in the basement."
Sounds like a challenge to me.
Gentlemen, what do you propose? Well, you're no longer charmed, by the way, and you know that I cast charm person on you.
Wait a minute.
You son of a bitch!
How could you do that to me?
Everyone in this house here to piss me off? Is that what you're all here for? I'm gonna throw the head down.
Are you kind of downtrodden,
It's everyone has pissed me off except for him so far.
So that is it's 11:06.
Okay.
And this is a very natural place to take a break.
Yeah,
if we want to take a break right here.
Okay.
That was good. That